And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream here tonight as we've got a monster game coming your way. I don't think I really need to explain the importance of this game. I think all you have to do is look at the standings and you'll understand the importance of this game. Two teams right on the bubble with the Washington Capitals and Detroit Red Wings fighting for every single point that they can possibly get, trying to get themselves into a playoff spot. Detroit currently holds the last spot, wild card 2, in the Eastern Conference with 84 points. Washington is 1 point behind them with 83. Pittsburgh also has 84 points, and the New York Islanders have 85, holding the third spot in the Metro. They're still in this mix very much as well. And even though they've been playing awful recently, the Philadelphia Flyers aren't completely out of it yet, as they also have 83 points. So we've got a slew of teams here fighting for these last couple of spots. Both of these teams are in the mix, and I've got a very special guest joining me for this stream tonight, joining all of us for this stream tonight. As you can see, Jeremiah, the sports beard, is here. And Jeremiah, man, it's awesome to have you. Thank you so much for coming on. And what a hockey game. What an important hockey game we have here tonight.
Yes, I hope we have a good hockey game. That's for sure. I haven't seen a complete hockey game from the Capitals in a while, so it's going to be... I got a lot of trepidation, man. I feel like Detroit's rolling their last game. They looked really good. The Caps did not beat a pretty crappy Ottawa team. Nothing against Ottawa Senators fans, but you're probably the most disappointing team in the league for me this year. And they had to get the 2 points and didn't. So I think this is probably do or die for them. But I think as a fan, just to let you know, and your great group of fans, it's nice to have your team in the mix. And ultimately, I don't really care if they make the playoffs because it's probably more beneficial that they miss and get the higher picks. But you got to draft well and all that too. So the playoff experience is nice. I don't know where you're at on this.
Yeah, definitely. It's always tough to be one of those borderline teams because you wonder if you just squeak into the playoffs, then you're out round one. Say that happens, you're out in 4 or 5 games in round one. You don't get as good of a draft spot. When you're an older team, like Capitals are one of the older teams in the league, would you almost rather have that influx of more young talent? And I think the Islanders are another team that are, kind of in that middle area where you're just like, do you try and be good? Do you try and get a top 5 pick and just give up on being like, do you go into rebuild mode? Pittsburgh obviously answering a lot of, that same question with, it looks like they weren't even going to be in the mix for a while. And then they've recently had a great stretch here the last couple of weeks to pull themselves back into the race.
Well,
but they're in the same kind of situation where those questions are being asked about, do we want to make the playoffs or do we want to finally realize that we're going into a rebuild here?
Yeah, I would say with Pittsburgh, I don't want to discredit their play. I think Nedeljkovic has been very good. Obviously, Crosby's had a great year all year. But everybody in front of them has just fallen flat on their face.
Oh,
Detroit
100%.
was losing. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they were 11 points down with nine games to go, they should be completely out of it. It shows you this is definitely not the year for those of us that wouldn't mind seeing the play-in game or a play-in series, because the bottoms have just been bad. I just think it's been unfortunate injuries with the Flyers. They've really, and then obviously their goaltending situation, say what you want, but you take a guy as quality as Carter Hart off the roster there, it's probably a significant change. And then, I was hoping this Fedotov guy could come in and probably give them some, because I thought it was a good story. I think most every one of us, quote unquote, hockey pundits would not have had the Philadelphia Flyers in the playoffs. I think you would agree with 100%. That. Yeah. So they've had a really exceptional season, and it's just going to be blackened by the fact that they probably end up losing the third spot in the Metro and don't make it.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Capitals win tonight. The last game of the year is Flyers. Flyers win tonight. They're playing Montreal. I'll try to keep everybody informed. I've got 4 or 5 games up here. Rangers Isles, that's a significant game for both because the Rangers could be playing for the President's Cup, and I know your Bruins are playing tonight too. Carolina feels like they play every week now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple weeks in a row now for the Bruins and Canes.
I don't know about you, but I'm just ready for the playoffs.
Oh, I am too. I'm 1,000% ready to get into playoff action. 1,000%.
Yeah, I'm just ready for that. Let's get to that.
All right. I haven't said hello to anybody in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I've been trying to get the link out on various social medias and stuff. So, gonna go through the chat here. Make sure we give a warm welcome. We've got Eagles, Mike, Austin, Tony, Matt, Chris, Heather, Jerry, Garrett, Brantley. Who did I miss? Darstars here. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Thank you all so much for watching. Obviously, a pleasure to have you all here in the chat. As always, this is a monster game tonight with regards to, the winning team in this game putting themselves in a much better spot to make the playoffs, and the losing team in this game, especially if they lose in regulation and don't get anything out of it, it's definitely a knock on the playoff chances. So this is very important here as we're down into the final 2 weeks of the season. Teams have 4 or 5 games left to go, right around there. And there's still a lot to be decided when it comes to this Eastern Conference wildcard race. And these two teams are right in the thick of it. So huge game, should have a playoff feel to it because for both of these teams, it basically is. I think we're going to get a real intense game here between the Capitals and the Red Wings. Looks like they're getting ready to drop the puck here soon. This game is on ESPN in the United States. So if you're looking to find a way to watch it, ESPN would be the channel for that. We got Charlie Lindgren in goal for the Capitals. He's put up pretty solid numbers this year. He's got 282 goals against, 907 save percentage in a year where save percentages across the board are significantly down. He's been good. And Alex Lyon at the other end for Detroit here, 908 save percentage, just under 3 goals against a game. He's neither of these teams I think have that marquee. They don't have that marquee starter, that Connor Hellebuck, Igor Shesterkin type guy, but they are getting pretty solid goaltending from the guys that they have in net tonight.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was kind of hoping that Darcy Kemper would get the start. He looked really good in his last game, and I don't put the loss on him. Mm-hmm. He's being paid like an elite goalie.
Yes, yeah.
So you'd like to see a little bit of that. But no, it's going to be super interesting, man. I'm totally with you. What other games do you have like on your list that you're like, obviously the Philly-Montreal, that's like a must win. I'm doing great, Heather, the Ovechkin fan. Nice to talk with you. I know Heather's one of your loyal
big
buggers,
time,
man. The last time I was in, she's just throwing money.
Yeah, big time.
Pretty nice, man. What's pretty awesome. Got to make you feel like you're doing something right.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of games with play. Even this Ottawa Florida game, the Kachuk Bowl or whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Ottawa beat the Caps. Like they're playing spoiler. I feel like you almost want to play a playoff team at the end of the year here, where they're maybe resting. I mean, then playing some team that's like, oh, we're gonna mess these guys up before we go. Our season's about over.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play spoiler. The Blue Jackets Lightning, that game feels like it's the Blue Jackets could be all over them, just how they've played.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're at on that.
Jets Predators is jumping off the board at me here, looking at the schedule tonight. That's got significant impact in the West, in the Central Division. That Jets Preds game's a huge one.
Aries asked me a question. Aries, I like the Stars. I know Frank Saravelli was on them. I picked Vegas at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to come off of that, but I think they need to have their full complement of players before they are upsetting someone. I'm really hoping for Vegas Edmonton in the first round. I don't know where you're at on that.
That'd be a fun series.
Yeah, I just want to see that right out of the chute. And I think if Edmonton gets by them, they could make a pretty good run. But I think Dallas is just top to bottom. If they're healthy, they make the conference finals. They have the goaltending, the defense, and the depth. I mean, they have 5 good lines of hockey.
Yeah, we've already had a couple good chances here for Detroit early in this one. Lindgren's made a couple saves, and Christian Fisher, just ripped one that was very close but did not find its way in. Capitals come down to the other end now, and we got a little push in. All right, we do have some playoff feel to this. Pacioretty mixing it up with Edvinsson here after the whistle.
Yeah, he needs to be better. He's been kind of bad for the Caps. I have not been impressed with him. He's been the only time I've noticed him when he's gotten a penalty. So he's not been good.
Well,
also, Hurricanes scored.
How many surgeries is Pacioretty on now?
Two Achilles surgeries in a row. Yeah. But, and he didn't come back until middle of the year.
You gotta wonder if that's just gonna be the end of it eventually, kind of a slow fade out for him.
So quick score update for you. Matheson just scored for the Canadians. The Flyers are already down.
Oh my god.
and your Bruins are down due to Marty Necas's 25th goal of the season. 1-0.
Don't win the President's Trophy. That's fine.
I think that it might be under review, though, here.
All right. Detroit dumps this one in. We spin it around. What's going on, Avatar? Welcome in. I'm doing well. How are you? Let's see. We've got Henry came in as well. Hockey from home. What is going on? Welcome, everybody. Sherry's here. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Got a big game tonight. Red Wings and Capitals. Obviously, super close playoff race. Here's Sherratt with a shot. Nice save there by Lindgren, as he's already been tested 3 or 4 good quality times and has stood tall in goal as the Red Wings trying to get the early lead. Now the Capitals have it down at the other end. Puck in the corner, moved out in front. Shot there from Strome, and that just misses wide of the post. Taken along the wall. Played deep by Strome. That's sent up past everybody all the way down, and it just rolls across the line in time for icing here as Wilson was chasing back. So we're about 3 minutes into this one. Definitely higher quality chances belong to the Red Wings so far in this game. They've got a couple from the slot area. Lindgren's been good on.
Hey, my main man Occupancy, who does shows with me on Monday, subscribe to you, John. So that's cool.
Awesome. Occupancy, yeah. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Occupancy, everyone. Give a warm welcome to our newest subscriber, and thank you so much. That is awesome. Great to have you here. DeBrincat now with some speed, passes back. Cross out high. Kane with a shot through traffic. That one doesn't fully get through. Played here by the Capitals as they try and get it out of their zone. They come with speed the other way. Milano into the offensive zone. Can't miss him on the ice with that hair. Very distinctive.
He's been really good for the Caps when he's been in the lineup. That's the big key. He's been out a little bit.
Oh, right off the post. What an opportunity there. Right off the post for Washington. That's their best chance of the game. Played it up now through the neutral zone. Dowd backhands it deep. Chasing in on the forecheck now. Washington has a couple guys there. They keep it in at the point. There's a long shot that just squirts to the corner. Played now by Edvinsson. Up to Veleno. And he's through the neutral zone, dumped back into the Caps' end. Back deep it goes. Back to the corner. Played the other way here through the neutral zone. Red Wings get possession back. Fabry into the offensive end. He fires one towards the goal. It's kicked out by Lindgren and net. Ovechkin chases, but Red Wings get to it first. Gossespierre throws it cross corner, hops over everybody. Fahavari plays it D to D up the wall, and the Capitals are back out of the zone as Oshie with a slick little pass. Here's Ovechkin into the offensive end. Fires one that deflects wide. Try and get the cycle game going, and a little bit on the forecheck as Ovechkin runs into his man. Carlson pinches down, but Fabry's able to keep it away from him, and the Red Wings get it out and come the other way. Just over 5 minutes into this first period. We've got 14:40 remaining. We've got a tip from Heather. Thank you so much. Let's get some dono hype in the chat for Heather, everybody. Dropping a 25 on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's played up now by Washington as they carry out. Backhanded there by Jensen. Ends up along the wall. Edvinsson plays it behind his own net, D to D. Up the boards, past the blue line, over the red line. Capitals steal it back in their own zone and then give it right away as these teams just push the puck back and forth for a little while.
I'm all right with a little dumping and chasing. I was a little off there. I was about 3 minutes behind you, and I had got that fixed. So
okay.
That's what I was like. By the way, Islanders just scored Riley.
Oh, wow.
So that's a huge thing for the Islanders because they're currently sitting in the third. They really need to win this game.
It feels to me like the Islanders are going to get that third spot with the way that they've been playing. They've played well recently.
Yeah, I wouldn't break my heart, man. I'm such a Isles Girl 3, Kim in the crease supporter.
Yeah.
I'd be super glad to see them make it.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be opposed to an Islanders Hurricanes matchup again. We just saw them play in the playoffs, and that was a 6-game series, and definitely built up a little bit between those two teams of animosity. And now if they meet again, you're gonna really start to see that become kind of one of those matchups that you look at the schedule and go, I'll watch that game.
I got to be honest with you, man. I am so pulling for Rangers Isles in the first round.
That would be awesome. That's what we need.
That's why I want to see these heated rivalries right away.
100%. I mean, Philadelphia is shitting the bed, so I don't think we're going to see it. But I wanted Flyers Rangers in round 1, but I don't think we're going to see that now.
I don't know if you were able to say Rasmus Sandin's out the rest of the year for the Caps, so that's a big loss.
Yeah, I saw a new defenseman out here on number 2.
Might be Vinny Iorio.
Yeah, it was Iorio, yeah.
Yep, from got called up from the
AHL.
Defending Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears. Also, Jack Hughes out the remainder of the year, if you didn't see.
Very sad news there. Obviously, you never want to see a superstar like that go down, but man, New Jersey, talk about disappointing teams. To do what they did last year and then not even make the playoffs this year, that's a big step back.
Yeah, the good news is that Heather donated $25 to you, and he will be ready for the season in Jack Hughes.
Yes,
so that's good news.
Take him back now. Yeah, Heather, I'm not sure if you heard, but I do thank you very much for that dono, and also make sure we get the dono hype in the chat. Give a big thank you to Heather for all her support, and really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, Heather keeping the lights on for off.
Legendary donos here the last few weeks.
Yeah.
As Sider plays it over to Sherratt. Sherratt gets it up and can't get it out of the zone. There was Fabry as he got pinched down on. Here comes Wilson. He lays a hit on Ben Sherratt, but the puck rolls by everybody all the way down for John Carlson to take. Capitals with it here out of their zone. No, crazy bounce there. It ends up out of play. So 11:06 to go in the first. Still a 0-0 game. Certainly not for the lack of chances, however, as that was Hendrix Lapierre that missed that best chance there for Washington. He rang it off the post.
He was shaking his head pretty big. Also, shout out John Carlson, just recently played in his 1,000th game.
That's awesome, but also makes me feel really old because I remember when John Carlson first came up to Washington. Him and Carl Alsner kind of came up around the same time, and were kind of like the new building blocks of the decor in Washington for a while when they first came up. And the fact that I remember that, and now that Carl Alsner's been out of the league now for quite a while, and Carlson's played 1,000 games, makes me feel pretty old.
Yeah. I will never forget John Carlson scoring the overtime game winner in the World Juniors against Canada. It's probably one of my favorite memories as a USA hockey fan. I wasn't old enough for the '80 Olympic hockey team, even though I was alive. Yeah. If you feel old, imagine how I feel.
Yeah.
Players that I remember rooting for are now general managers of teams. So.
Oh yeah, me too. Danny Briere, Bill Guerin. I remember when Tom Fitzgerald played in Boston towards the end of his career.
Well, that Buffalo Sabres team has 3 players that are now GMs: Briere, Drury, and Mike Greer. All played for the Buffalo Sabres, and so yeah, very interesting. I think we're back here.
There's actually a lot of GMs that are players that I remember now. Holy coaches too, like Andrew Brunette. I remember him well playing.
For sure.
Playing, especially him in Minnesota, I remember really well.
Stevie Yzerman, who they're showing on the screen right now.
Yzerman. Joe Sakic was the GM in Colorado.
Nope. Yeah, he's the president now. Yeah.
Now he moved up the ranks, but Joe Sakic was my first favorite hockey player.
Oh God, dude! Nobody has a better wrist shot than Joe Sakic. Best wrist shot in the history of the NHL. Yeah. I'll say this too, and I know the game's back on here for you. Those Colorado Red Wings were the best.
Oh, incredible!
The greatest.
Incredible. In the documentary that ESPN did with they got a lot of the old players back for it to interview and stuff, and they did a phenomenal documentary on the whole Avalanche Red Wings rivalry in the '90s. It was awesome.
Yeah. I will not be sad. It looks like the Red Wings are pushing this game. I will not be sad if the Red Wings win this game. I mean, it breaks my heart as a Caps fan, but it's like, when you cover the sport, when you get paid to do it, when you write about it, like, it's not really. My fandom, honestly, after 2018, doesn't really matter. I would love to see Ovi get to 30 here.
Yeah,
35 before the end of the year. He's at 29 now. That would be pretty cool.
Needs a Hattie in there somewhere.
Well, he's at 29 right now.
Yeah. All right. So for him to get to 35, he probably needs.
Oh, I'm saying if he could get to 30, I'd be really stoked.
He'll definitely he'll get 30 this year. Around Pacioretty backhands it, Caps into the offensive zone. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Just about half a period in. Played here by Washington. Shot in there from Iorio, the kid getting one in on goal. And now we got everybody going here. Petrie getting into it. Fabry's in the mix. Kopp and Pacioretty. Also Edvinsson and Pacioretty again. Capitals D stay out high. Things die down rather quickly. But this is kind of that playoff feel that I was expecting. I think this basically is a playoff game for both of these teams. And going back to what you were saying about not being upset if the Red Wings win, I want Detroit to make the playoffs because I've been saying for like 3/4 of this season that Detroit's going to get in. So I hope I'm right. We'll see. This is an important game for them if they are going to end up making it.
Yeah, I think ideally if you're the Caps, you wouldn't mind going to overtime and taking the second point.
Yeah.
Because it really doesn't hurt Detroit that badly either. No, I'm with you, man. Detroit is such a great franchise. They have such a good jersey. It just feels like they should be in the playoffs. It is ironic to me that they haven't been good since they let assistant GM Jim Nill go and some of those scouting staff who went to Dallas, and Dallas is just hitting home run after home run in their drafts.
Yeah.
And Detroit's been kind of middling.
Yeah.
You know, the Red Wings were known for finding these players in the middle of the round, and now it's Dallas. Another reason why I think Dallas is a real contender for the Stanley Cup.
Oh, absolutely. McDobb, what's going on? Great to see you. Tommy, welcome in. Thank you for watching. It's great to have you here. What I just had a thought and I already forgot it. I don't remember what I was going to say.
I was talking about Detroit and their drafting, or
Oh, Detroit is one of the few teams that has never made the playoffs in the history of this channel. I started this channel in the 2017-2018 season. Detroit has last made the playoffs in 2016. So in the history of off-the-wall hockey, the Red Wings have never been in the playoffs. Buffalo also has never been in the playoffs.
I was going to say, them and the Sabres, right?
Yep, it's them and Buffalo that has never been in the postseason since I've had this channel.
I think the Sabres are going on the longest professional drought of all the major sports.
I believe so. Yeah. They're
13 years this year.
13 years this year, yeah. It's getting bad in Buffalo.
Yeah, rough, man.
Taken up now through the neutral zone. We're back underway. Perron with a shot. Good stick there from Carlson. That ends up in the netting. Drac, what's going on? Drac's a Buffalo fan. He pipes up in the chat as soon as we start talking about.
Hey, I love the Sabres, Drac. We're not talking crap. We're just saying what is the reality.
It's we would the all way want it is.
Yeah, we want them there, man. No, you will not find a bigger Sabres supporter than me. That's not an actual Sabres fan.
They just they've had a rough go of it here the last decade.
Yeah, nothing you can do. I'm actually not sad to see Iorio get some ice time, too. This is good for some of these younger Caps kids.
Definitely.
That's why I wouldn't mind seeing them make the playoffs, but part of me is like, it's not going to hurt. They're in the race. They've essentially been in the playoffs for the last couple of weeks here with a little bit of margin for error, of course. And I think it's good to get – and, honestly, what you're seeing in Pittsburgh, you're seeing they're playing a lot of young guys with the vets, and it's working out.
Yeah.
And then the Bunting trade has been a good trade. I think he's third in scoring of the guys who were dealt at the deadline, Gensel being one. So there's an example of where he wasn't working out for Carolina. The man-to-man, it wasn't a good fit for him. And now they get Gensel, who is a good fit and doing really well for Carolina. And Bunting is doing good. Oh, that goal was waved off, by the way, for Carolina.
Yeah, that's back to 0-0.
Yeah, I don't know how, because it was clearly in.
I mean, I couldn't tell you, and certainly half the time I see it, and I still couldn't tell you. So
I mean, if there was any space between the line, you couldn't see it, but it was in the net. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
like I feel like we overthink these things with the reviews and such.
Yeah. Washington plays it now back in their zone, up through the neutral zone. Wilson dumps in from center. Played here is Strome along the wall. Good pass back out to Iorio. Shot through traffic, gets blocked. Kept in. Shot again from out high. Another block there for the Red Wings. That's the kind of stuff that you need to do if you're going to make the playoffs. And Red Wings block a couple of shots there. Get it back to the Washington zone. Both teams get line changes, and we'll get a regroup. Played up now. Here comes Milano through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Pulls up on the half wall looking for a backdoor pass. Not able to connect. And it's back the other way now as Sherratt plays it up ice into the offensive zone for Detroit. He gets a good shot off and an even better save there from Lindgren, holding the angles well. Around it goes now. Red Wings set up in the offensive zone. DeBrincat gets it right back down in the corner after losing it for a second. Chance again out in front. Lindgren on a redirection is able to make a positional save. Now the Capitals come the other way. End to end we go as this game has some good pace to it. Heavy hit down low there by Compher. And it's back out now for the Red Wings. 10 shots for Detroit, 5 for the Capitals. Nobody's found the back of the net yet as we've got 6:45 to go here in period 1. Mo Sider with a backhand dump down into the corner. Fehervari gets it over to his D partner. It's played there by Jensen. Pass to the middle over the red line. Capitals turn it over. McMichael tried to get a little too cute there. Here's Detroit. Just hops over a stick. Big hit down below the end boards. Couple guys come together. Detroit keeps it in the zone, however. Sharp angle shot doesn't connect. More shoving back behind the net. Played back out now. Edvinsson quickly sends it up. This definitely has that playoff feel to it that I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm not really happy with the Caps forecheck. They're very much one and done.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Detroit's
That's
pushing the pace here, big time.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Long shot there, blocker to side by Lyon. Veleno gets on it. Joe Veleno up the wall. Chipped past Van Riemsdyk, back out. Played by Alexeyev, sent up. Capitals go back in on the forecheck. Dowd can't get there. Gets some help, though. Dowd sends it back, shot through traffic, looking for a redirection. Not able to get a piece of it. Detroit clears out. Capitals dump it right back in. Lyon comes out of his net to play it. Here's Gostisbehere. 5:15 to go in the first. Very fast-moving first period here.
Yeah,
Not a
really
lot of whistles. High-paced game. Nobody able to score yet. Hey, what is going on, Water King? Thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure to have you in the chat. As we get a sharp angle shot there, Lindgren holds the post. Protas sends it around. Now it's on the wing. Cross to Carlson. Carlson back. Played up to Wilson. Gains center and dumps in. Protas goes back in on the forecheck. Not able to get to it as Detroit chips it off glass and out of the zone again. Good pickup on this one and done here for Washington, because you're right. They are not sustaining anything in the offensive end.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I know this is the rubber match of a 3-game, and the Red Wings won, I think, 8-3 or something, and then the Caps won 4-3 in the last time they played them. But this is not what you want to see from Washington early. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Still a lot of hockey left to be played here as we're only in period 1. Still also looking for our first goal of the game. Capitals play it out in the neutral zone. Carlson goes D to D. Looking for a play up into the offensive end is Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Carries it himself. Cuts pass to the outside. Cross ice. Back to the point. Redirection in front. Detroit gets to the loose puck first, and they're able to clear it out. Line changes again coming now for both teams. Amon St. Calvin, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for dropping by. Awesome to have you here. Larkin with speed, going for a skate in the offensive zone. Cycled it all around just to have his shot blocked. Bounced in front. That one, oh, crazy bounce through the crease area there, but nothing too crazy happens as it does stay out. Detroit putting on pressure, though, here in the attacking end. Back out in front. Capitals going to get to it first. There's nobody able to corral it for the Red Wings. And that's dumped back the other way now by Washington. Ovechkin goes in on the forecheck. Played now. McMichael over to Ovechkin. Not able to get the backdoor pass through the middle here. And
yeah, best scoring chance for the game for the Caps there.
Good opportunity, but not able to capitalize on it, no pun intended, as it's taken up now again by Washington. Dumped in around the wall.
Oshie back in the lineup for the Capitals.
Yes, good to see him healthy.
They need him in the lineup. Crucial to their power play.
Taken now. Gostisbehere able to hold that in at the blue line. Work down low, poked off a stick. Abe Kubel steals, and Washington's back the other way. Around it goes. Played again. Gostisbehere out of his own zone, looking for a pass. Just going to cut back and let the line changes happen. Regroup and wait for something to open up. We tick under 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Played up past Fabry, who deflects it in. Lindgren comes out of the net, rips it around the wall. Knocked down by Wilson. The Capitals come the other way. 3-on-3 into the offensive zone. Top of the circle. Down low shot. That's up over the bar. Played now by Fabry. Fabry with it across. Here's teeing one up there is Fisher. He blasts one on goal, but it's too high up and off glass. Capitals get to the loose puck and clear it out. Played here now by Tom Wilson. Good pass through to Strome. Strome tries a stop move. Gets pressured and leaves it for the defenseman who teased one up. It was Carlson, but the shot gets blocked. Red Wings come up the other way now. Around it goes. Christian Fischer heavy on the forecheck. He's run to the wall. Wilson comes away with it, then gets double teamed and loses it into the middle. Big save there by Lindgren. Second chance, he stops that as well. What a period here for Charlie Lindgren. 15 saves already for the Capitals netminder, and there have been 4 or 5 grade A opportunities from the slot area that he has stopped.
The Capitals are not keeping Detroit from the dangerous areas at all. That's probably not a recipe for success.
Here's Edvinsson with a long shot. Lindgren makes another save. Behind the net's played by Jensen. I feel like we've had like 5 straight minutes of nonstop play here. Final 20 seconds here of the first. It's played up over the line into the offensive zone. LaPierre, pass across, shot there, and Alex Lyon down at the other end has to do some work as he makes a save there on Pacioretty. Washington up to 7 shots on goal in the game. 10 seconds to go here in the first period, and the score remains 0-0.
Looks like the Islanders have scored their second. That was Casey Cizikas. Oh, Bor Horvat. I'm sorry, his 33rd. The Leafs scored a goal, went up 1-0 with Nick Robertson, but Nico Hischier has knotted it up for them.
Ooh, long
so that
shot
game's all
there.
tied.
Good.
Braden Point. Oh, sorry.
The period just ended. That was a good chance at the end there for Washington for that point shot with a lot of traffic in front, but we end this first the way we started it, 0-0. Certainly wasn't the lack of trying that is why it's 0-0. A lot of scoring chances, but goaltenders holding strong here. Physical first. A lot of guys finishing their checks. Very, very much what you would expect from this kind of important game. Very playoff-like game, and obviously not exactly the ideal first period for Washington, who I would say was largely outplayed in that period, but you get out of it 0-0, so at the end of the day, you can kind of hit the reset button here at the intermission, and you're still in good shape with 40 minutes of hockey to go with this game still tied.
Yeah, I think if you're the Caps, you're looking like you feel lucky to get out of that period, not letting a goal in. Charlie Lindgren played an excellent period.
Excellent period.
The Red Wings twice as many shots.
Yeah.
It showed. I think if you showed that film to a 3-year-old that knew nothing about hockey, they would have thought the Red Wings were winning that game. So, crazy. Panthers up 2-0 too on the Senators, so that's a big
one
for them. And
if they want first place, they can have it.
The Islanders just scored their 3rd goal.
Oh wow,
Palmieri. So they're up 3-0 on the Rangers. Boy, are the Rangers going to limp into the playoffs? That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, and I don't think the Rangers want another playoff disaster after what happened last year. But
yeah, no. I think they're primed for bear. I really do think they could compete for the cup. They have the team, so we're gonna see what they're made of, obviously, in the playoffs. But the Islanders are playing like their life depends on it, and the Rangers are playing like they've locked up a playoff spot for about 3 weeks, right? So.
It's almost that's exactly what the situation is. Yep.
Yeah.
Water King, hang on, I gotta scroll back and read Water King's message. Also, let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Brad, newest subscriber to the channel. Thank you so much. Awesome to have you here. Let's see. When do Caps and Sabres play when Water King wants me to stream?
They've already played this year, I think, all the games.
I don't know.
Sabres just worked the Capitals.
Yeah, I don't know which matchup he's talking about. I'm probably not going to be streaming again until next week. So, yeah, because I streamed twice last week. I'm doing this one for this week. And then I'm not sure exactly when my next stream is going to be, but it's probably going to be Monday or Tuesday of next week. And that will probably be it for the regular season for me. Because next week's it.
Yeah, the Capitals' next game is the Lightning at home on Saturday. And they're winning against Columbus 1-0, by the way. So
Yeah,
Braden.
my next stream is probably going to be Monday or Tuesday next week. I don't know what game yet. We'll see how this playoff race shakes out. But that will be it for the regular season. And then not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, the 20th, is the beginning of the playoffs. So we'll be getting into playoff action here really quick. Fast Twitch, what's going on? Welcome in. 420 Slayer, great to see you. Sater, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here.
So
Yeah.
any other games catching your fancy other than the Jets and Preds? That is a great divisional game too.
I mean, I'm pretty much been focused on this playoff race. Minnesota's out of it. Anaheim sucks.
Wild Avalanche is kind of an interesting game. Just
I mean, it's important for Colorado because they're in such a tight battle with Dallas and Winnipeg. Like, that Central's tight as far as who's going to finish in what seed, but we know that they're all going to the playoffs. It's just a matter of who finishes where. Arizona, Seattle's a garbage game at this point. Vegas, oh, that's tomorrow. Never mind. I scrolled too far. That's tomorrow. Vegas, Edmonton tomorrow. That could be a playoff preview. And definitely
that's an important game for Vegas too. I firmly think that they need to win, get back on the winning ways. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10, so they haven't been terrible, but they've lost 2 in a row. They were up last night against Vancouver, but choked it away. And then the game in Arizona, I think, is a little bit of an anomaly. I think Arizona, nobody's going to want to play that team. I think you got a bunch of players that are going to ball out and play really hard because they're probably losing their hockey team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess the games that I'm really focused on tonight. A lot of these Western games don't mean much that are coming late tonight. Obviously, the Central Division games, and then whatever the Islanders, Flyers, Islanders and Flyers do.
Yeah. I mean, if Isles lose this game now, up 3-0.
Oh God, imagine.
Yeah. And Leafs are playing for something. If the Panthers were to lose tonight, but I think that, I think if the Panthers hold on and beat Ottawa, which they've played them really easily this year, tough, I think then you probably feel like we're going to see Florida, Toronto in the first round, right? So
yeah, I think we are. Boston.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Boston's 5 points ahead of Florida here. I think it's probably going to be Panthers Leafs round 1.
I feel kind of bad for Toronto because I actually think they've been a really good team this year. And they've played tough. They've hit. They've been a physical team. They're not getting the secondary scoring like every night consistently, but that seems to be coming around now with Bertuzzi and Domi and moving those guys up to the first line. It's almost funny to me how they're instantaneously better when Marner and Morgan Riley are out of the lineup. They play better team game. It's so crazy to me. I still can't put my finger on that.
Yeah, I'm looking now. Toronto has the most goals for in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
And yet they could only draw a measly power play 55 minutes into the game against Pittsburgh yesterday.
Yeah.
What a joke of officiating that game was.
Oh, another dono. We got Heather with a 10. Thank you so much, Heather. That is awesome. Thank you. That is just incredible. Your support has been amazing here, and really appreciative of it. Micah's here. What's going on, Micah? I missed that earlier.
Really HTH in the house.
Yo, we got John here, the legend himself. HTH is here.
I'm so glad I won't be able to watch that Capitals Lightning game. I'll be at the national championship game instead. So
Yeah.
I hope it's BC, baby. Did you get to look at the Hobie Baker finalists? I was curious.
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, I'll name them to you. You follow the college game quite a bit, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because you being a Providence
Well,
guy there.
particularly the Hockey East, especially. I don't know as much about like the Midwest, Minnesota, North Dakota, those teams, but Hockey East I follow close. Yes.
Yeah. So the 3 finalists for Hobie Baker were Jackson Blake.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember Jason Blake. That's his son.
Oh yeah, Jason Blake played for the Islanders, played for the Leafs.
Yes, so and he's a Carolina Hurricanes pick.
Okay.
Jackson Blake. He's 21. He had 22 goals and 60 points. I'm sorry, Wyatt pulled up just the one. I think Macklin Celebrini is the other one, and Cutter Gauthier.
Yep.
Was the other.
So Gauthier plays for BC. Celebrini plays for BU.
Yeah.
Obviously, BU and BC are both in the Frozen Four. So.
Yep. They're not playing each other
yet.
Initially. Yep. BU is 1-3 against BC this year.
And the one win was the Beanpot.
Right, and then they turn around and lose to Northeastern.
Yeah.
And I loved the captain for Northeastern, and Dallas, of course, signed him. And to me, I'm like, this kid's going to be the next Patrice Bergeron, and he was undrafted. Like, are you kidding me? Do you know what I'm talking about? Mick Cardian? I don't know. Did you watch any Northeastern games?
Yeah, but of course I remember Gunnar Wolf Fontaine, who scored the game-winning goal, like the greatest name ever, but I don't remember all the names on Northeastern.
Yeah, so this guy was the captain.
Okay.
Justin Hirokian?
Oh, okay, yep.
So he's a Quebec kid.
Mm-hmm.
Really unbelievable two-way. I noticed his play right away on the ice.
Yep.
He's not drafted. The Stars sign him. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Mm-hmm. Like, this kid could play in the playoff for them because obviously they didn't make the Final Four.
Yeah.
The Frozen Four, excuse me. Yeah. So I look out for this kid. And I mean, if Dallas picks, I was like, the Capitals could use this guy. He plays center. Get him. Like, do something. You can play him now.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, BC Transportation, what is going on? Yes, I did, Heather. I hope you're able to do it. That'll be a lot of fun. John, wishing you all the best, of course. HTH, an absolute legend.
Pretty much everybody I know on the internet is because of him.
Yeah, so. Pretty much. HTH, like, created hockey YouTube. Like, the whole hockey YouTube community was, like, brought together by HTH. So he's an absolute legend in these parts, no doubt about it.
Yep, been to a game with him. Now we got to get to a Bruins game with Mr. Duncan here.
Yeah.
And him and Rico. We went to the Leafs Vancouver Canucks game actually, and the Leafs worked them. Yeah, it was a great game, and I was in Toronto for the Hall of Fame. Hope to be there next winter.
Yep.
For that. What a great city Toronto is. Really nice. Some people apologized to me for the homeless population. I was like, I didn't see anybody. I said, you'd have walked past 40 in Alaska.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, let's see. Sorry if I missed some stuff in the chat, guys. Obviously trying to perform a bit of a balancing act here with the game and with Jeremiah and with the chat and everything going on. You know, I had this whole thing down to a science a couple years ago, but I don't stream as much anymore, so maybe I lost my touch a little bit, but let's see.
No, you're doing good, man. When you have more than 10 people in the chat, it's impossible to stay up. It's just
I try and keep up with everything if I can. I think think Derek, his thought earlier was kind of how most of us feel. I have no idea how the Flyers were in a playoff race to begin with. Every time I watch them, they lose. It's like, I think for most of us going into this season, how many people did you hear expect Philadelphia to be even remotely close to the playoffs?
No one. Frank Saravelli lives in Philadelphia, and I think
nobody
he would have told you they're
thought.
competing for Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like picking top 5 in the draft, and here they are in a playoff race. So even if they don't get in, and Philly's really been lousy recently, looks like they're probably going to lose out on a spot. It's still, they were so much better this year than anybody anticipated.
My co-host Steve Duncan, no relation to you, in Edmonton, Pearl of Wisdom, as a lot of you know on the internet, will say one thing and one thing only, that it has everything to do with John Tortorella.
Oh yeah, so. I think he forced them to play at a level that got them to this point, but it seems like it's going to be a little too not quite enough at the end here, but
yeah, just injuries and goaltending have been really their deficiency.
The goaltending, yeah. Erson's really had a rough go the last couple weeks, and
just overplayed.
He's
been
ready. Worked to death this season.
Well, imagine if you're him. You're coming into the season expecting to be the backup.
Yeah.
To Carter Hart. Carter Hart's going to jail or whatever happened to him, but he's not going to be in hockey for a very long time if he's, or if at all
ever.
If he gets acquitted, he's probably playing in the KHL or something.
Yeah.
I just don't see an NHL team opening up that PR nightmare, because those trials haven't even begun. That stuff's going to happen the beginning of next season.
Mm-hmm.
So going to be crazy. They get the Russian guy late, but Fedotov, but probably a bridge too far. They probably needed him a couple months ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they traded Walker. They get a first-round pick. So I like that they made some moves.
Yeah, that was smart. That was smart.
I think they should probably have tried to move. I don't know what their UFA situation is. I think they should have probably tried to trade everybody that was a UFA, because Keith Jones came out and said, look, we know we're not a Stanley Cup contending team.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be okay with making the playoffs, but we're not actively going to add to the team or anything. Obviously, they made the Gauthier trade. I think their hands were forced. I have heard from legit sources that they made that same offer to the Colorado Avalanche for Bowen Byram. So that sort of sucks, because Byram, House of Fire for the Buffalo Sabres, coming over. I know he's cooled off a little bit and might be dinged up for them. I don't know if he's out. They're playing tonight, so I can look, I guess. I don't know. Have you seen that? I mean, I've been trying. It's so tough to stay on top of all 32, but
yeah, I certainly don't anymore. With the day-to-day stuff, I don't have it all like I did.
Yeah, a little easier in the pandemic and back, and now you're
easy when you're not working 40 hours a week and you can just kind of keep up with everything, where now it's like the days are gone before they even get here.
Yep. So no, he played yesterday, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but 26 points on the year for him, and now he's getting top line minutes.
Yeah.
Where in Colorado he was not getting that at all. So. And then they kind of solved. I thought Colorado solved. I don't think Gauthier would have helped Colorado out like Middlestat's going to. So I did like what Colorado did at the deadline. I still think they could be a tender, but I just worry about their goaltending situation. I don't know where you're at on that.
That's the only thing that gives me pause with Colorado, because the rest of that lineup is built for it. They're strong on D. Obviously, Makar is a ridiculously talented player, probably going to go down as a generational defenseman. You've got McKinnon, Rantanen, they really did a good job of adding physicality and depth up front with bringing in like Brandon Duhaime. They've got Miles Wood last offseason. They brought in gritty playoff type.
Yeah, Trennan.
Yakov Trennan's another one. They're gritty, physical playoff type players who also have good speed and can keep up with the way that Colorado plays. they're built for it everywhere except the goaltending. I just don't think Alexander Georgiev's a guy that is going to take you to a Stanley Cup final, but maybe he gets hot at the right time, and we've seen what hot goalies can do in the playoffs. And I mean, everything else about Colorado screams that they should be one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the league. It's just goaltending that is that big question mark.
Yeah, and I don't hate Georgiev. I think he's a good goalie. I just hate that he's already played 60 games.
Yeah, and I think he's a good goalie. I don't think he's a great goalie. I think he's a good goalie. He's not at the level of like a Connor Hellebuck, who I think can carry a team if he needs to, or even like Jake Ottinger in Dallas, who I think is going to be a multiple-time Vezina winner in his career. Like, I don't think Georgiev is that level of goalie. That's the question mark with Colorado as we get ready. We drop the puck here on period number 2. Still looking for our first goal of this game. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really appreciate
Detroit already in
watching.
Oh, so.
Chippy's here. What's going on? Welcome. We are 15 seconds into the second period here. There's already a puck up and out of play. Red Wings will take the offensive zone faceoff. And the linesman doesn't drop it. Oh, this aggravates me so much when they stand there at the dot and do it 3 times over because the linesman won't just get in there and drop the puck.
Yeah, I've been advocating for puck dispensing machines forever.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of that garbage. I want to take all but one referee off the ice. I don't want any linesmen on the ice, and I want a puck dispensing thing where it just like the puck drops from above.
Get out of the way. Detroit.
Yeah, just to open up the ice, man. It's too much with 4 officials on the ice. You have almost another team on there.
Yeah.
So, just my opinion.
Brought up now. I think it's also tougher now because of, the speed of the game is so much greater than it was like 20, 25 years ago.
Look what happened to Steve Kozari just a couple of games ago. That is going to happen again, man. They've got to seriously look at get one guy up in the booth on replay. There's your second official. The other one's on the ice, and I think you could probably do away with the linesman and just keep them off the ice.
Another grade A scoring chance there from Detroit right from the slot area as David Perron walked in. But Charlie Lindgren, as he has been all night, up to the task, makes another huge save. Shots are now 18-8 in favor of Detroit. And they're controlling this game, completely controlling this game, just not able to find a way to put the puck in the net. Fisher takes the draw. Capitals win it back. Here's Jensen, gets it up and out. This feels like one of those games. This feels like one of those games where one team is going to completely control the play, and then it's going to go down to the other end for like one-off shot, and it's going to go in and completely flip everything on its head. I remember I did a game a couple years ago, Winnipeg and Arizona. Winnipeg shot the puck I think it was 48 shots. Arizona finished the game with 17. I think Winnipeg outshot them by almost 30 shots, and Arizona won the game 2-1. And I just feel like this game, with the longer this goes for Detroit without them scoring, just makes me feel more and more like it's going to be one of those games where they might put 50 shots on net, but Washington's going to win it 2-1 out of nowhere.
Yeah, that it could be. I mean, if you're a Cavs fan, that's what you're hoping for if you're looking to make the playoffs. Just no real puck possession for them, and they're one and done in the zone there. It's not looking good. By the way, the Blue Jackets tied it up against the Lightning. Kirill Marchenko, his 22nd.
He's had a very good year.
Yeah.
Taking up now.
They ended up changing that Canadiens goal to Slavkovsky, by the way.
Oh, giving the first pick a little stat padding goal there. Nice.
In Montreal, I don't believe it.
Long shot from Sherratt. Lindgren swallows that up. Detroit's now up to 20 shots on goal. We're not even 3 minutes into the second period. Make that 21. And they already have over 20 shots on goal in this game. Just not able to beat Charlie Lindgren. Tyler, what's going on? Mikey, welcome in. Mikey, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat and welcome Mikey to the channel, everybody. Really, really appreciate you. Awesome to have you here. He wants to know predictions. I know I just said that this could be one of those games that, you know, the team that gets heavily outshot still sneaks out a win, but for my official prediction, man, they're controlling this game. I'm going to say Red Wings 3-1. I'm going to say Red Wings 3-1 is my prediction for this one.
Yeah, we'll see. They look like the better team for sure.
Washington had a good chance there, but Lyon blockered it away.
I think that went off the defenseman's stick. If you're talking about that Abe Kubel shot, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing I've hated from the Capitals, and you're going to see on this face-off here, I'm a little bit touch ahead of you, is they're just not winning face-offs either. That's a real bad recipe for puck control. And I know the analytics doesn't care much about it, but I still think real hockey matters.
Yeah, face-offs are important. Anyone who says face-offs aren't important just hasn't played hockey. Like, they're extremely important. Puck possession is important. I don't care what your stupid little numbers calculator spits out. That's not how the game actually works.
Yeah, no, I agree. Got a lot of Red Wings. Lots of people going for the Wings in the
this is the closest Detroit's been to the playoffs in quite a while. They haven't made it since 2016. This is kind of really important for the Red Wings here to try and make that step and finally get themselves back in the postseason. As Lucas Raymond,
it's good for their young players too. And, you know, I think they could do some damage when they're in the playoffs.
They could be a sneaky team that you would not want to play in that first round matchup. They could be a sneaky team.
Well, and you think they've been in the playoffs for essentially a month.
Yeah.
So Mikey Buckets says, I got 15 on Detroit shutout, win 120. All right.
All right.
We'll pray for you, Mikey, like you said.
We'll pray. That's kind of a fun bet on a shutout. I mean, the payout's really good on that because it's not super likely, but.
Yeah, it actually feels like that's a low. That should be a low. That's kind of a low odds that he got there for a shutout.
Well, Mikey, did you bet that before the game, or did you bet that at the intermission? Because I feel like if it was a live bet after a 0-0 period, then they're gonna knock the odds down a bit.
Yeah, because to me, before game, that feels like a plus 340 or something. You know, just am I off base here?
No. Van Riemsdyk behind his own net. He's going to hold it here. 15 minutes to go in the second. Still looking for our first goal. TVR with it through the neutral zone. Gains center. Throws it in. Played by Petrie.
He live bet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That honestly, given the way that first period went, that's not a bad live bet there, especially with that kind of payout to win 120. Detroit back now, regrouping in their own zone, up to neutral. Here's showtime. Patty Kane into the offensive end. Knocked away from him. Pacioretty backhands it out. Edvinsson throws it back in. And here's Milano for the Capitals. He can't control. Taken now into the offensive zone. Patrick Kane in the corner. Down low, played there. Carlson with a good steal, works it up the wing, and the Caps get it out of the zone. John Carlson's had a very strong game in this one. He's, as far as Capitals players go, I think I've said his name the most, and he's jumped out.
Yeah, I mean, they need him to be the best guy on the ice. He's definitely their best defenseman. I don't think there's any...
Oh, no doubt about that. He's their number one for sure.
He skates like 30 minutes a night, too. It's ridiculous.
Chippy, I'm joined here by Jeremiah, the sports beard. He's a good friend of mine. Been a part of the hockey YouTube for a while, and a very, very big supporter of the channel, of my channel, other, hot take hockey, Isles Girl, all the hockey community in general, huge supporter. Very happy to have him on, and we're enjoying this one. Still waiting to see who gets the lead here. First goal of this game feels like it's going to be huge. Like whichever team's able to break that ice.
If the Caps want any chance of winning, they have to be the first team to score.
Taken around now, played here by Washington in the offensive zone, getting the cycle game going in the corner. That's kept away by Mata, over to Veleno on the other side, passed up over the red line into the offensive zone. Driving in on the forecheck there, Sprong. He throws it back off the glass and not out of the zone. Red Wings keep it in. Puck was played with a high stick. We get a whistle. Let's see. Sorry if I missed stuff, guys.
I'm on St. Calvin. Sanders said, last time my Wings made the playoffs, Brad Richards was on the team.
Yeah. Yes,
Wow.
he was. They played Tampa in round 1.
I forgot he even played for the
Brad Richards was on the team the last time Detroit was in the postseason. It was also Dylan Larkin's rookie year.
Former Conn Smythe winner in the 2004 Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
winning.
Classic Brad Richards back in 04. Yep.
Then he took the money and went to the Rangers and then Dallas.
Was it Rangers then Dallas?
Or Dallas and
or
Rangers?
Dallas then Rangers. It was one of them. Yeah, he made his way around a little bit because he played in Dallas. He played for New York. He played for Detroit.
Kind of the beginning of that salary cap era too, where like guys were gonna go get the best money they could get.
Yeah, because the Lightning were the last team to win in 04 before the lockout, and then the salary cap came in.
Yeah. And Richards knew he was going to get paid, so he did.
Who do I think the Canucks are going to be facing? Well, definitely one of the wild card teams, because Vancouver's going to win the Pacific.
Yeah, LA is a bad matchup for them. They got to be hoping that LA stays.
Well, Vancouver is... Let's see. So Dallas is going to get the likely. This is all subject to how the rest of the year goes, but Dallas likely gets the 1 overall seed. So then they would get wild card 2, which right now is Vegas, and then Vancouver would play wild card 1, which right now is Nashville. So right now we're looking at a Canucks Predators round 1. Subject to change.
Yeah. So Golden Knights have played 77 games and they're only a point behind LA, who's also played 77 games. I tend to like the Golden Knights making that 3rd spot and LA falling to that 2nd wild card. They could fall to the 1st wild card too, depending on where Nashville shapes out. I just feel like that's the way it's going to shape up in the end. And because I vehemently want the Edmonton Oilers to play the Vegas Golden Knights the 1st round.
That would be a sick 1st round series for sure.
And LA, if you're LA, you want to play Vancouver because you've owned them this year.
You don't want to play Edmonton again and lose again.
By the way, New Jersey has scored. Dawson Mercer makes it 2-1 over the Leafs.
Lindgren just made another pretty nice pad save here with the traffic in front. Charlie Lindgren, if you're a Caps fan right now, Charlie Lindgren is the reason that this is a 0-0 game, or the Washington's even in this.
He's the reason that we are a borderline playoff team.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's playing phenomenal. And
he's had a couple bad games in this stretch here, though, this last stretch. So it's nice to see him. 24 saves already. Yeah.
Detroit's completely dominating possession in this game. 24 shots for the Red Wings, only 9 for the Capitals. Could easily be 3-4-0 Red Wings right now, and Charlie Lindgren's the reason why it's not. Long shot there, blocked. Caps get it out. That's all the way down. No icing. Petrie was trying to milk that. I'm glad the linesman waved that off because Petrie.
Yeah, that needs to happen more often in the game.
Petrie was clearly milking that.
I am disgusted with how little they are waving off. The game should keep flowing.
Yes, 100% agree.
If the other team isn't pressuring at all and they're changing lines and it was just a dump, like, do not blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Especially if the guy is lollygagging down there to get it.
Yep. Taken back now. Capitals can't hold it in the zone. Fabry chasing Fehavari. Caps do end up getting clear possession back in their own end. Line changes coming and a chance to regroup. Milano chips it in. Lyon comes out of the net, plays it over to Petrie. Petrie backhands it up. Back out of the zone for the Red Wings as they carry into the offensive end. It's DeBrincat. Pass over, shot off the outside of the post. Another good chance there for the Red Wings. Puck out in front. Here's Kane on his backhand, not able to do anything with it. 3-on-2. The Capitals come the other way. Moved across. Driving in was LaPierre. Couldn't get a shot off, though, as the puck rolled away.
Yeah, LaPierre has some really nice speed. Once he learns how to control the puck, he could be a real dangerous player.
Yeah, and that's something the Capitals need from their younger guys is speed. Chance out.
Yeah, I think it's there in spades. I just think it's the skill to go along with it. McMichael was really good early in the year. Oh, I think we have a penalty. Oh, Patrick Kane.
Oh, wow. Taken down now. And we do. Hooking call here. Our first penalty of the game. No one's had a power play yet. We're going to get one now. With 10:48 to go here in the second period, it's 2 minutes for hooking. Patty Kane going to the penalty box. Washington to the power play. And boy, oh boy, in a 0-0 game, first power play opportunity for anybody tonight as Kane got the stick right into the hands of LaPierre there. LaPierre tried the turn back on him, and Kane had the stick right in the hands. This gives Washington a real opportunity now to try and get this first goal.
Ovi from the spot. They need it huge, right? They got to win the face-off and control the play. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, one back to the point. Carlson keeps it in. Capitals set up, attacking zone. Here's Dylan Strome. Strome with a pass back to Oshie, over to Carlson. Carlson to Ovechkin. His shot blocked by Seider. Taken now along the wall. Seider's able to clear all the way down. 20 seconds gone off of the penalty. The Caps have to go back and regroup. What's going on, Joseph? Welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I have to say, and as the Caps are trying to get their thing established here, their power play, I can't underestimate how bad Wilson's suspension was for them. I think that was just an absolute idiotic play by him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was doing there. Brutal. And it's been bad for Washington.
Taken up along the wall. Carlson over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin with a shot, looking for the Oshie tip in front, but it just goes wide. Back it goes to the Washington end, and puck got played with a high stick. Okay. We get a whistle here. ESPN's power play clock kept ticking for like 5 full seconds after they blew that whistle, so we'll see if they fix that.
Yeah, they added time on.
Okay, good.
52 seconds left.
Yeah, it's good because that whistle blew and Carlson had given up and the clock was still ticking. I think the Sharks are going to do bad because they got rid of all their best I mean, the Sharks are in full rebuild mode here, so they're
it'll be a major disappointment if they don't get Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah, they really want that first overall pick.
Yeah.
They want Celebrini. I mean, they drafted Will Smith, Boston College, last year, 4th overall. He had a phenomenal season in college.
Yeah, I think he goes back too.
You think so?
Yeah, he's not ready. I think him and Leonard both go back. I love Leonard. I think physically his game is there, but I worry a bit about him mentally a little bit. He dives a little more than I'd like to see. Definitely don't want that moniker.
Yeah. Yeah. Taken up. Ovechkin around, 20 seconds to go in the power play. Lyon steals it himself behind the net, flips it out of the zone. Alex Lyon decides to become a third defenseman there and gets the clear. Final seconds, one last rush here. LaPierre fires one from far out, easily covered by Alex Lyon. 4 seconds to go in the power play. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Capitals, but Detroit just a couple ticks away from killing this thing off. Definitely not the power play the Capitals were hoping for, Eagles.
Yeah, no real good chances at all on that power play whatsoever.
Off the draw, one back. Kept in the zone there by Van Riemsdyk, but then the pass across the ice doesn't connect with anybody. Power play's over. We're back to 5-on-5. Kane is out of the box. Game is still scoreless. 0-0 here with 8:35 to go in the second period. This would have been a great game to bet the under on, as Kane plays it up now. Gains center, passes over. Petrie into the offensive zone. Spins back, gets a couple caps off balance. There's a long shot blocked in front before it gets through. Cleared out to the neutral zone. There's Gostisbehere. Detroit trying to quickly come back up. Fisher pulls it up. Top of the circle. Shot gets blocked. Oh, Martin Fehervari's hunched over on the bench. He's the one that blocked that shot. And it looks like it caught him in a tough spot. Played here by Detroit in the offensive zone. Gostisbehere. Long shot, deflected wide. Mata jumps into the play. Zarnik trying to steal it in the corner. Not much going on there. Capitals take possession back. They're looking to break out of their zone. 7:35 to go here in the second. Ghost, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to have you in the chat. We got 7.5 minutes to go here. Second period. Washington and Detroit battling for their playoff lives in a 0-0 game. Here, more than halfway through. Joined tonight by Jeremiah, a.k.a. the Sports Beard. His channel, I can't believe I haven't said this yet. His channel is linked in the description of the video, guys. So please check out his channel. He's a great NHL Nightly show. Really big part of hockey YouTube and everyone, all us creators that come together. Jeremiah's a huge supporter of everybody. He does great content himself. He's got an awesome show on nights with Perlo and Rico and everyone else that joins. Occupancy, I've been on it. Maybe I probably should try and get on again here in the next couple of weeks and give.
Yeah, we got to have you on before the. I want to do a playoff roundtable.
Okay.
So I'd like to get you. I'm gonna try to get Johnny Lazarus. Do you know Johnny Lazarus?
I don't know him. No, I feel like I've seen him on Twitter though.
Yeah, he does. He's a Rangers reporter. And
okay, I've definitely seen him on Twitter and stuff, but I don't know him.
Yeah, love it. I mean, you're kind of my go-to Bruins guy. I've had a couple other Bruins guys on. Jake Reiser from Fans First Sports Network, which is the company that employs me. And by employing me, I mean I've never seen a dime from them. But they allow me to upload my podcast.
Sounds
for free.
About right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we're at commercial break and we'll be coming back here.
Yeah,
real
we're
quick,
to commercial now, guys.
Yeah, I do a great show 4 nights a week with my main man Steve Duncan. No relation to Off the Wall here. Steve is a little bit of a prognosticator, but he's a very good handicapper if you like to gamble. And then I've got Rico, who's like a casual gambler, but he plays in men's leagues and just won a championship in his beer league.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Also, he's our French correspondent. If you didn't know, Rico, he lives in Barrie, Ontario. He speaks fluent French. He's he's originally from Thunder Bay. Just an awesome guy to have. Really enjoy him. Those guys are spectacular. And then Mondays we have Occupancy, who's an Islanders fan, who's got to be really happy about how his Isles are doing tonight, but lives in San Jose. So we get a little bit of that West Coast. I'm not the only guy. I'm obviously all the way out here in Alaska. So
yeah.
It's a 4-hour time difference for John and I. So anytime I do my show at 10 p.m. Eastern, he comes on. It's late for him already. Yeah. So I think because we do Monday through Tuesday, but I think we're gonna do some Friday shows as the playoffs near.
Okay.
I know that's probably more beneficial for you, so definitely want to get you on there. I know the game's back, so.
Yeah, we're back underway here. 6:50 to go in the second. Red Wings have it in the offensive zone. Still waiting for somebody to break through. There's been plenty of scoring chances. It's not like this has been a boring game or anything. Just nobody's been able to find a way to beat these goaltenders. And Detroit is pushing hard. They're already pushing up towards 30 shots in this game. They've got 24 so far. And now we got David Perron after the whistle and Carlson coming together.
Yeah, Perron is deadly. He always touches up the caps with a goal or something. Water King, you cannot see. It's not a mask. It's a full bust. It's a full sideshow bust. He's asking me about the Deadpool.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I got a lot of crap in my office. So
offensive zone draw here for the Red Wings. 6:26 to go in the second. One back by the Capitals defensively. Jensen will start the breakout. Gains center, dumps it in. Malenstein stays on side with a good stretch. Then he gets in on the forecheck, rims the puck around. Capitals trying to keep it in the offensive end. Not able to as that's cleared out. Here's Kane. Moved up into the offensive zone. On the backhand, there's a shot from Abe. Kubali rings pipe. We've already had like 4 posts in this game. There's another one for the Capitals. Abe Kubel, what a chance, but he's not able to put it home as he hits straight pipe. Caps in again. Malenstein, good kick save by Lyon, who was ready for it. Up the wall it goes. Neutral zone. Van Riemsdyk knocks it down. Almost has his pocket picked. And onside, barely. Kane carries in now for Detroit. Working it around to the corner. DeBrincat. Alex DeBrincat cycles down low. Nobody there. Good check from Christian Fischer, but Capitals clear it out. What's going on, Brian? Welcome. Gabby Oates, always a legend. Great to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here.
Really diehard Ottawa Senators fan.
You guys stopping by. Really awesome to have you. As Sider works it out high. Played now to Fabry. Fabry with a shot that gets blocked. Oshie steals. Back the other way over the line into the offensive zone. Ovechkin cycles it around. Fahavari dumps it back deep. 4:40 to go here in the second. Long shot through traffic, deflects out of play. We get a whistle. And
commercial
another
break.
Stoppage here, man. Boy, there's
that
Kubel, waiting for something.
That Kubel shot.
Yeah.
It went off the post and then the goalie's mask. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're just like waiting for something to finally find its way to the back of the net. There's been so many opportunities, but just everything's staying out right now.
Rangers just scored to make it 3-1. Chris Kreider on the power play. Guess where he scored that goal from?
The crease?
yeah, about 2 feet away.
Yeah.
Which, hey, man, you can make a living.
Hey, and, from the time you're 8 years old, you're taught to go to the net.
Yep. Also, Slafkowski got his second of the night, so the Montreal's up 2-0. So I think this is probably all she wrote for the Philadelphia Flyers if they lose tonight, huh?
Yeah, they're talk about shitting the bed. I kind of feel bad for him, honestly. I mean,
I feel so bad for them.
It's brutal the way that they've just dropped off a cliff here at the worst possible time.
But I think their fans understand that they weren't supposed to be a playoff team, and it's not the end of the world for them,
Yeah, it just
reset, come back. They're gonna have a bunch of young guys in their thing. They've got some picks. It's going to be interesting. I still think they're a couple years away, and
yeah,
they
weren't supposed to even be in the race. So
yeah,
it's still a good year for them, but it just for them to be in that playoff spot for as long as they were, and then just to lose it at the end is
yeah.
Yeah,
it screwed them out of a lottery pick.
Yeah,
really. It has. They won't be in the lottery because they're too good.
Yeah.
They're going to just narrowly miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
Derek, what is going on? Welcome in. CL, always great to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. We're coming back from the final commercial break here, the second period. It's 4:37 left in the middle frame, and it's still a 0-0 game. Nobody has found the back of the net yet. So,
I was going to mention, as you're doing the play-by-play, really hot start for DeBrincat, but he's been kind of quiet, especially 5v5 for the Red Wings the bulk of the season here. I say this now, he'll score.
Yeah, you just jinxed it right there, but we'll see as David Perron flips it up and out of the zone. Glove down in neutral ice. Red Wings keep it. Dumped in on Lindgren, who sends it over to Carlson. Passes it up. Played through the neutral zone, over the red line. Speed for Oshie into the offensive zone. TJ Oshie trying to get a shot off, but too many legs in the way there for the Detroit D. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Here's Ovechkin. So strong on his skates. Shields the puck. Cycles it down low. Right to McMichael. McMichael's there. Bottom of the circle. Trying a sharp angle shot. Got blocked. Ovechkin's chance blocked as well. And then Detroit comes back the other way.
Not our game. Svechnikov tried to do the Michigan and posted it. Swayman has been unbelievable. I think he thought he scored. He did not. Unbelievable when you see that replay. Also, Montreal up 3-0.
Oh boy! All
Kovacevic.
So Philly's done.
Yeah, Kovacevic. Oh no, they're counting that goal. I guess that was a goal. That was a goal.
Okay.
Boy, it sure looked like it went off the post. Holy crap. I think this is going to get reviewed.
Earthquake, what is going on? Derek, welcome in. Appreciate you guys being here. Brian, yes, it is. It's looking like it's going to be a Bruins Lightning first round, yes. Which I don't love as a Bruins fan.
Oh, that so sucks for the Bruins. By the way, Tyler Bertuzzi tied it up for the Leafs 2-2. His 20th.
Top of the circle there, goes wide. Milano now behind the net, passes out in front. Good shift here for Washington with some pressure. But again, nobody finds the back of the net. Caps back in. Carlson gets it to the corner, goes in on the forecheck. Edvinsson comes out with the puck here. He's got Wilson all over him. Wilson steals. Great forecheck there from Tom Wilson. Played out high, moved to the middle. Here's a shot. Lyon with a big save there. Kept it out high by Fehervari. Another shot attempt. And they score! The Capitals! Dylan Strome! After getting outshot and outplayed all game long, the Caps strike first. And Washington leads 1-0 with 2:13 to go in period 2.
In coincidence, Mark Giordano just scored to put the Leafs up 3-2. But how about that? I saw that about 25 seconds before you and was like, stayed stoic.
Yeah, I'm surprised you stayed stoic. What a shot here from Strome. Rips it glove side. Not really sure why Lyon was sliding to the middle the way that he was instead of holding the post, but he got beat short side because of it.
Yeah, Strome has easily been the Capitals' best player all around this year. I mean,
he was such a great pickup for them.
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to see from him is just be a little bit better skater, but I think at this point he's not going to improve on that in his career, but he's been unbelievable.
65 points this year for Dylan Strome.
You have called this game exactly how it's gone, too. Like, pretty much dominance from the Red Wings. Caps getting a little bit of a late period push here, and they get a goal.
This could be one of those games where the Caps get doubled up in shots, but still win it like 2-1.
Washington needs to score first. It is significantly the most important thing about their game, and like they just can't play from behind. They don't have the skill in the lineup. So, I mean, they're a minus 41 goal differential team. When they lose badly. So, Slafkowski, first career hat trick, by the way. Oh
nice.
My God, poor Flyers fans. 4-0. All right, though, Slafkowski, though. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of game left there, Water King Anonymous. I mean, a big part of me wants you to eat shit because I want the Capitals to win, but I also don't care.
Brought up now, dumped it behind. Red Wings trying to get back in on the forecheck. It's played by Wilson. Back to Van Riemsdyk as the Caps try the other side. Now they'll try the near side again. Waiting to get this puck out of the zone. Don't want to make any mistakes now with 50 seconds left in the period. Gotta take this lead into the intermission. Carried up over the line. Dumped in deep. Around it goes. 42 seconds to go. Second period. Played here by Protas. Back out high. Long shot there. Oh, it got blocked. Here's Perron. Out of the zone. Into the offensive end. Caps steal it right back. Jensen with 20 seconds to go. Sends it up the wall. Good play back out to neutral ice. 15 seconds left now in the period. Capitals steal in the neutral zone. They got some numbers with seconds to go. Ovechkin. Oh, he scores! Another short side goal! This time on the blocker. And Alex Lyon all of a sudden is having some trouble with angles. 2 goals for the Capitals, both short side. And it is 2-0 with 7.2 to go. A huge goal here for Washington as they give themselves some breathing room.
The grade A hit 30 again.
30th goal of the season for Alexander Ovechkin. And it is a 2-0 game as the Capitals know how important this game is for their playoff chances. What a shot. Another short side goal given up by Lyon. And
huge goal.
That
huge
is a
goal.
difference maker here late in the second as the final seconds run off the clock. We end period 2. We are headed off to the intermission now. 40 minutes of hockey down, 20 minutes of action remaining. We'll have some time now at the break, but the Washington Capitals, out of nowhere, 2 late goals with under 3 minutes remaining in the second. All of a sudden, with a 2-0 lead and a big opportunity to pick up a huge 2 points here in period number 3 if they can hold on. It's going to be a heck of a third period coming up now between these two. And boy, that is what a change there. Just that shows what 2 minutes can do.
Yeah. Sue, my dog's name is Rocket. He wanted to come up. I apologize. And I really apologize to you, John. I totally blew that one.
No, that's all right. That's okay.
You knew something was happening when I
Yeah, I didn't know what, but I knew something happened.
Yeah. Oh God, dude, what an unbelievable! I was like, they're gonna let Ovechkin go on one with like 10 seconds left. Oh my God, he's gonna score!
Yeah.
He does!
He ripped
Oh
it.
my God, dude, that was so awesome.
Wow, 5-0 Habs over the Flyers. Yeah, I think Philadelphia is just completely checked out at this point.
Yeah. I turned that game off because I wanted to see what was going on in this Ottawa Senators game where it's still 2-0 through 2. Just knowing it's chippy. I have to take a step away just for a second. I'll be right back.
No problem. What is going on, chat? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is wild. We've got over 60 watching right now. And we got a huge third period coming up here between Washington and Detroit. Been great having Jeremiah on here tonight. You know, obviously I don't do a lot of streams with guests as much anymore. But it's been great having Jeremiah on. Really fun game. Huge couple goals here late in the period for Washington. I mean, this was 0-0, really being controlled by the Red Wings for so long, and now Washington just completely flipped the script in literally a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. And now they take the multi-goal lead into the final 20. This is a big third coming up. I see John Wilkes Booth's here. Thank you. Welcome. I haven't said hello to him yet. Let's see. We got a lot of other action going on around the NHL, but the most important games as far as playoff race is concerned is Philadelphia getting absolutely pummeled by Montreal 5-0. So that pretty much ends the Flyers' hopes of doing anything. I think at this point, they're not going to make it. Islanders continue to lead the Rangers 3-1. That is very important for the Islanders, especially with Washington up in this game here. That Islanders game, very important. So the Isles are leading there. We've got Winnipeg out west up 3-1 over Nashville. That's a very important game as far as seeding is concerned in the Western Conference. So Winnipeg off to a strong start there. Carolina looking to avenge last Thursday's loss. They're up by a couple over the Bruins 2-0. Boston won in Carolina last week, and now the Canes getting a little bit of revenge so far tonight. Florida's still up 2-0 over Ottawa. Obviously, Panthers, very good team. They're rolling along. Toronto is now taking a 4-2 lead over New Jersey, so looks like Florida and Toronto both with chances to win. They're very likely going to play each other in round number 1. So,
yeah, I think they might be reviewing this goal here with the Leafs. So,
I just saw the score update on NHL.com, but
yeah, it was 4-2.
Rangers just scored. 3-2 game now.
Oh, wow. Now we're all tight here. Ooh.
Yeah, now we're tight. Rangers just made it 3-2.
By the way, 18th year Alex Ovechkin has scored 30-plus goals. 18th.
Incredible career. Obviously will go down as one of the greatest players ever, greatest goal scorer. Talk about a model of consistency.
Yeah, so this would be Willie Nylander's goal. It looks like Toronto is going to challenge the call on the ice. I don't know what's going on. And now there's a penalty by, I guess they're getting a power play. I don't know what's happening. This is a weird one. Yeah, unfortunately, your Bruins are down 2-0 now, too. But they just won the last matchup, correct?
Yeah, they won on Thursday.
That was in Carolina?
Carolina, they beat them Thursday.
Yeah, so turnabout is fair play. Oh, hey, Heather, I wish you were staying because I know you're the lone Cap supporter in there, but have a good one.
Nah, Eagles is rooting for the Caps, too.
Oh, yeah, Eagles. Sorry, Eagles.
He's rooting for the Caps, too. But Kenny, welcome in. Oh, that's awesome, Heather. I hope you have a great stream Saturday. No, Water King, I am not streaming on Thursday. My next stream won't be until next week sometime. Probably Monday or Tuesday next week. But we'll see. I'll have to see how the rest of this week goes before picking a game to do next week. Jay, welcome in. Great to see you here. This is Jeremiah, the Sports Beard. His channel's linked in the description. Big supporter. He's always in the chat, always on hockey YouTube, whether it's me, HTH, Isles Girl, all of us, huge supporters. So, awesome to have him on tonight and be able to chat with him throughout this great matchup. And obviously, he's a Caps fan, so very happy with the scoreboard here, and the Caps' hopes of making the playoffs definitely improve with a win tonight if they can hold this lead.
So I was gonna shoot some video for you, because we are getting some snow.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, we still have quite a bit here left, and winter has not decided to leave. If people are curious what it looks like in Anchorage, Alaska right now, so where I live.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be going to Minneapolis because it's supposed to be like 60 while I'm there. By the way, Blue Jackets are beating the Lightning at one point. 2-1. It's 2-2 now, but
Wow.
that's a good game too. Blue Jackets, Alex Nylander
I was
on
just
fire.
gonna say Columbus has kind of had a little bit of a bump here at the end of the season. It's funny how all the teams that are like way out of it kind of do that. Like Ottawa's been playing better, Buffalo's playing better. Like once they're out of Montreal, big time. Like
6-0, by the way.
Once they're out of the playoffs and it all of a sudden doesn't mean anything anymore. Like they start winning. Like why couldn't you have done that 3 months ago? Like,
hey, by the way, Preds Jets. 2 minutes left, 3-1 Jets.
Yeah, that's been a big period for Winnipeg. So, and
they scored 3 unanswered because Scheifele, Velarde, and Dylan DeMello are your goal scorers for the Winnipeg Jets. I think people are sleeping on the Jets.
I do
if
too.
If they find their game,
all they need is Connor Hellebuck to be Connor Hellebuck, and that's a team that could make a serious run.
Now, I'll say this, and I agree with Perlo. My co-host, Perlo, says he's very concerned about their defensive depth.
Okay. I guess if there's one weakness to point out, it would be on the blue line, yes.
I mean, I like their D that they have in the lineup, but he thinks if, like, they lost Morrissey or...
Yeah, they're probably in a blue line injury away from having big problems, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nate Schmidt, I think, is basically their 7th D right now, and he's just not that guy anymore.
No, he's fallen off big time.
I mean, he was an by the way, came up through the Caps, undrafted college free agent that they signed and that Vegas took in the expansion draft, and... took him to a cup final and then played in Vancouver. So he's had some good years.
Yeah.
For an undrafted college player.
Definitely. Jesse, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Jesse, everybody. Another new subscriber to the channel tonight. Really, really appreciate that. That is awesome.
Jesse is a friend. You know that song, Jesse?
Caroline's here. What's going on, Caroline? Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Austin, yes, I will be streaming some playoff games, absolutely, during the playoffs, but it's not going to be every night like it used to be. It's going to be like it's been pretty much for this year.
Question on that, are you going to do Boston heavy, or are you just going to try to maintain some sanity and do other teams?
It'll be a mix. But, okay. Obviously, there will definitely be some Bruins games, and depending on how long the Bruins last in the playoffs is going to kind of determine, how many of them are Bruins games. But
you got to be going a little nuts with them, because on some nights they look like they could be the Stanley Cup champions, and on other nights it's like they're not going to win a round.
Yeah, they have, they're frustrating. I'm a negative, cynic to begin with. So whenever I see, I don't try not to get my hopes too high. I mean, we'll see what they do. I hope it goes well, but there's not much optimism.
I don't think that's a fair assessment of your character, John. I think you're very knowledgeable in the sport of hockey, and I just think you temper your expectations when it comes to the team you root for.
Oh, I never want to get my expectations up, because last year's a perfect example of why not to.
Right. Oh God, I thought they were winning the whole thing last year, and I would have loved to have seen it, man.
A lot of people, they were a heavy pick to win after such a ridiculous regular season, and it turns out it didn't matter. They were still out round one. So, I'm hoping that Boston makes a deep run and is a full-on contender, and they have the goaltending to do it. Everyone kind of thought the Bruins were going to drop off this year after Bergeron and Krejci retired, and here they are leading the division and fighting for the President's Trophy again. There hasn't been much of a drop off at all. So, the team is there, the talent is there, the goaltending is certainly there. It's just comes down to, do they perform when it matters the most? And they didn't last year. They really need to this year.
Yeah, I think you can't say enough nice things about Pavel Zacha and Charlie Coyle. I think
they've been unbelievable.
Yeah, you probably want a little bit more consistency in scoring out of Zaka, but I really don't think. I mean, I know they've been a little Jekyll and Hyde this year for Bruins fans, but I really, I mean, dude, they just seem like a great. By the way, speaking of bottom feeding teams, the Buffalo Sabres are up 2-1 on the Dallas Stars.
Yeah,
So
I saw that too. Scrolling
Rasmus
through the
Dahlin with his 20th goal of the year. Does he lead all defensemen in goals? I believe he does.
He's got to be up there. Yeah, I mean, anytime a D-man scores 20, that's.
Oh, and it's getting chippy on the island with the Rangers and the Islanders. We wouldn't expect anything less.
It's Rangers Islanders. It should be.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going into the third with the Rangers being down. Oh, Bruins got on the board, by the way. Huge goal for the Bruins.
Yeah, they still got a whole period to go there.
Charlie McAvoy.
Nice to see Chucky score. He doesn't.
Yet.
I love Chucky. He's one of my favorite players, but he's not a huge scorer. He's more kind of a two-way defenseman that.
Oh, that overtime goal he scored this year though was
that was sick.
Nasty. Yeah, straight nasty. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the great thing about covering such a cool sport is I just enjoy so many of the teams. Like Carolina, I've now been a little bit to root for because Kuzi and Orlov is there. Those are former Caps. I've always loved those guys. Kuznetsov scored the biggest goal in Capitals history. You could argue it's Lars Eller's game-winning Stanley Cup goal, but it's the overtime game winner in Game 6 against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. It's literally my favorite moment as a Caps fan.
Yeah, that was a monster goal for that entire franchise just to finally get over the hump.
Yeah. I mean, they've been in the Cup Finals before, but not with that core.
Yeah, not with the Ovechkin group.
Yeah. Looks like Leafs have scored again. Maybe this is highlights. I might be wrong here. It's highlights. Yeah, it's 3-2. My bad. Highlights. They're in the intermission.
Brand new welcome in. Thank you for being here. It's nice to have you here in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. He's rooting for the Red Wings. A lot of Wings fans here tonight. I think the Red Wings.
Hey, this is why it's good if Detroit makes the playoffs because they're an original six team. They have a ton of. Hey, one of my for those of you who don't know my background, I spent 25 years in the military for the United States of America, and I have a great friend, Jim Moore, who's a diehard. He's from Flint. He's a diehard Red Wings fan. And I have another good friend that I serve with named Darren Ogle, who's a diehard Colorado Avalanche fan. Those two guys, when those games were going on in the playoffs in the 90s, were yelling at each other's doors because we all lived in like a dormitory, a barracks, and we all had our doors open watching hockey on tube TVs back then.
Yeah.
So I got 5 iPads up and a phone watching the game here and then, Twitter and such. But just what a great rivalry. And the Red Wings, dude, I want my team to put up a fight. I wanted Ovi to get 30 this year. Yeah. Unbelievable that he has. Especially because if you don't know, CCM stopped making his stick.
Yeah. Yep.
So he had to find a new thank you, Jay. I really appreciate it. Always means a lot when people do that, Jay and Sue and everybody. That's thank you. I would love to see Detroit in there, and like Lalonde, think the world of him. I'm also a diehard Chicklets fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love Brian McGonigal, Boston Bruins fan guy. Also has known the head coach Derek Lalonde for a long time, so super like that guy. Really want to see the Red Wings do well, man. The NHL, it's like the 49ers, the Notre Dame. The NHL is better when the Detroit Red Wings are good, for
Definitely.
Certain. Boston too, man. That's the original 6.
Definitely.
I can't wait for Montreal to be good again.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're getting there.
Jay wants to know if either of us see Florida getting back to the finals. I mean, they're capable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's going to be an absolute slugfest in the playoffs. Really everywhere, not just the East. But no team has an easy road to the finals. I can't come here and say, "Oh yeah, Florida is going to walk right through to the finals," but they're certainly capable of getting back there. They are a more than good enough team to be right back at it.
if you'd asked me 6 weeks ago, I would have said Cup champions. They've had some struggles. Them losing Ekblad is still a big deal, even though he's not the guy they rely on. They need him to be healthy. It's going to be interesting. I really think the Leafs are being slept on. They've played Florida tough this year. I don't think they're going to get pushed around like they have in the past. We were talking about Colorado's additions and Dewar and Trennan and the things that Chris McFarland did for them. I love what Tree Living did. I love Dewar. I love Labushkin. Some of the guys they added. I mean, Joel Edmondson from the Caps, huge add. I mean, that game against Edmonton, he just worked. I think he gave a blueprint to the rest of the teams in the NHL on how you play the Edmonton Oilers. I think we're getting back to the game here.
Yeah, third period, puck dropped, Larkin with it. Red Wings up into the offensive zone. They find themselves down a couple goals. And in a game where they've largely controlled the play and have heavily outshot Washington, all it took was 2.5 minutes at the end of the period to go Washington's way. And now we're sitting here with a 2-0 hockey game in favor of the Capitals. This is going to be a big third to see what kind of pushback we get from Detroit and if the Caps are able to hold on here. Got an offensive zone face-off coming up now for the Red Wings. Simon, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. It's awesome to have you here on the stream. Really appreciate it. Off the draw, that one is one back. Red Wings keep it in at the point. It's Oli Mata down low, back into the middle. And that one's knocked out of the zone by the Capitals. Playing it again. Mata gains the red line, dumps it in. Around it goes. Played here by the Caps as they carry up. All the way down and around. Icing against Washington as no one was able to get a piece of that one. Faceoff will come back to their zone. And we'll have a draw here in the offensive end for the Red Wings. And they're going to be looking all period long to try and get the offense. They've got a lot of shots already, 27 on goal. And a couple posts as well for Detroit. But at the end of the day, they haven't gotten one in the net. And that's what matters.
Yeah, I don't agree with this second icing. I think they should have waved this one off. It looked like it hit the defenseman. I don't know. Again, let's keep the game flowing, guys.
Oh yeah, that went right by Edvinsson, like right next to him. Like he could have easily played that.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous. This is the linesman inserting himself in the game. Like, what are you doing?
Icing should automatically be waved off if anybody can play the puck from the defending team.
I agree.
Icing should automatically be out of the question. Like, you play the puck, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Move down now. Caps do get it into the offensive zone, trying to get in on the forecheck. They steal it in the corner. Here's Strome back out high, top of the circle, shot, and a kick save there from Lyon. Back the other way. Here's Larkin with some speed. Getting back is Jensen. And able to annoy him enough. And Lindgren holds strong in goal. Able to make a pad save on Larkin there. Red Wings didn't get the full breakaway as Jensen got back. And that was enough to keep it out of the net as now the Red Wings throw it all the way down. Iorio plays it behind his own net. Just about 2 minutes here into the third period. Capitals breaking out of their zone. Up through the neutral zone. Over the red line. Dumped into the offensive end. Around it goes. Played there by Mata. Red Wings get it up. Not out of the zone. Is kept in by Wilson. Bad pass along the wall there.
Yeah, they need more from him. I've barely noticed him in this game. The Caps need him to do what he does best. Be physical, be hard on the puck. And that's Tom Wilson I'm talking about.
Yes. Taken now, Robbie Fabry. Along the wall, dumps it back deep. Fisher's getting after along with Zarnik. Fisher in front, puck bouncing around. Lindgren with a couple taps with the stick there, keeps it out, and the Capitals send it all the way down. Mata goes back to get it. Another good opportunity for the Red Wings as they approach 30 shots. Still haven't found the back of the net. Here's Daniel Sprong. That one gets blocked. Back to the point. Sherratt sends it through, ends up deflected to the corner. Capitals take it now, move to the middle. Under 17 minutes to go now in the third. Jensen with it for Washington. He flips it over the red line. Puck gets knocked down, played by JT Compher. Compher with it. Over the line, up into the offensive zone. Drives it wide, looking for a play in front. Nothing there. Kept to the outside by Nick Jensen. Pass back to Sherratt now at the point. He plays it over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat drops it. Taken by Kane. Spin around shot. Ends up off of a body and to the side. Capitals able to flip it out of the zone. Right back in. Here's Detroit. Played here by DeBrincat. Down low behind the net. Alexeyev sends it up. And Malenstein gets it out of the zone as he puts a whack on the puck. Red Wings trying to send it right back in. Here's Compher. More pressure here from Detroit. Working it around to the middle. Here's Olli Mata with a shot. Lindgren stifles it out as no real traffic in front. That was just a pure one-on-one between Mata and the goalie. And the goalie holds strong. Shoulder save for Lindgren. Covers it up. Face-off coming in the zone. So more chances here for Detroit, but no goals.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Detroit's going to have 40, and the Caps will be lucky if they get to 20.
Charlie Lindgren already with 30 saves in this game. Protas lifts it up and out. Knocked down in neutral zone. Right back in. Here's Larkin. He's not able to control along the wall. That's cleared. Going back to get it is Petrie. Red Wings regain possession. Shots are 30-17 in favor of Detroit. But it's 2-0 Washington on the scoreboard. Taken now. Here's Carlson. Up and out of the zone. Gets stepped up on there. But able to dump it by everybody. And in as Petrie goes back. He throws it through the middle. That was an odd play from Jeff Petrie as he turns it over. Detroit does send it all the way down, though, where it will be an icing. Now that was an obvious icing right there as he just hummed it down the ice and ends up resulting now in a face-off back in the Detroit end as we have 14:55 to go in the third period. Caps looking to extend the lead. Red Wings need to find a way to get the offense going. And if not, their playoff chances are taking a hit here tonight.
Wings do have 12 comeback wins in the third period this year, so lots of time left in this game by any stretch of imagination.
Milano fires one there high and wide. Detroit gets it out. Lindgren leaves it for Fehervari. Played up now. Move to the middle. Milano on the backhand just plays it over to Iorio. Around it goes. Taken up into the offensive zone. Milano jumps it deep off the glass. Gostisbehere turns it over. Here's Washington now with clear possession in the offensive zone. Backhanded in and a save by Lyon. Ovechkin with a spin-around shot. That's deflected up. And that goes into the netting. Out of play. We get a whistle with 14:08 remaining here in the third. Washington continues to lead 2-0. And they almost added another one there, but the deflection goes too high. Really want to say thank you to everybody watching here tonight. Really appreciate you all. Don't forget, it does help the channel a lot if you hit that thumbs up button. We love to have you subscribe as well. If you'd like to become part of the channel community here. Special guest on the stream is Jeremiah, the Sports Beard. And hope you guys are enjoying this stream and enjoying this game. Thank you all so much for the support.
Yeah, we'll be live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern to answer Amon St. Calvin Sanders' question. The Capitals jersey above my head is Steve Konowalchuk.
Classic name there.
Yeah. Kono for the masses, baby.
Around it goes, top out high, long shot, misses wide, bounces off glass. Detroit gets it out. Back the other way into the offensive zone. Confer's pass for Siders offline, and the Capitals take it, but there's too many men on the ice. Linesman right at center there was looking right at it. Capitals are arguing. I'd love to see a replay on this, but it's going to be a too many men on the ice penalty against Washington. Red Wings are going to get their first power play of the game. There have not been a lot of penalties in this game at all.
Yeah, that's typical with the Red Wings and the Caps play. Pretty good game.
Yes. Hey, thank you, Amon St. Calvin. Really appreciate it. Glad that you're enjoying. We go to a commercial break here, so we got a minute here before this power play starts.
This is helpful for the Caps that they get to start the PK after a break, a commercial break there. Always kind of brutal if you're the team about to go on a power play. We do have a lot of snow still on the ground here, Caroline. In spots, it's probably 2 feet. Not typical, but we've had a lot of snow this year, so. Last couple years, over 100 inches. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, quite a bit. Oh, I think the Bruins just scored again.
Did they? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's a replay of the McAvoy goal. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Such a jackass. I apologize. I had it. I have it on the. Well, obviously, I'm not listening to any of the games because I'm listening to your excellent play-by-play.
Oh, thank
you.
But
I usually don't put it on Nesson because they don't show the post game. So I put it on whoever they're playing or whatever. Plus, I mean, what's going on with Jack Edwards this year? Like, he's normally not great, but he sounds like all the cogs aren't turning in his head there.
It's been bad for sure.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, very. He's getting a lot of player names wrong. He's not able to like process what's happening and speak what's happening. It's been a tough listen this year on Nesson.
Speaking of which, Pat Maroon, has he played or?
He has not played, but I believe Saturday he might be back in the lineup.
Okay. I knew he was hurt with the back injury.
Yeah,
so I didn't know.
He has not played, but I know he's back practicing, and I think they're targeting Saturday as a return date.
Get that guy in the lineup?
He's got to play a game or two before the playoffs. He's got to get back and just at least get into some game action.
What a guy to have, though.
Very happy with that side. That takes a lot of pressure off of Trent Frederick, who's actually been a really good goal scorer this year. So to have Maroon kind of handle more of the physical stuff takes a lot off of Frederick's shoulders. Here comes Patrick Kane, David Perron, Red Wings on the power play into the offensive zone. Shane Gostisbehere out high. Over to Lucas Raymond. Raymond's been really quiet tonight.
Yeah, they need him. They need him to do something here, I'm sure.
Perron along the wall, back out high to Perron again, top of the circle to Gostisbehere. Pass was a little offline. He corrals it, passes over to Kane. Still a minute 10 on the power play. In front here for Raymond. Perron with a shot too. And Lindgren makes the save, dives to cover it. And we get a whistle. 1:04 to go on the power play. 12.5 minutes left here in the third, and Washington continues to hold their 2-0 lead. Hey, Vincent's here. What is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much, man. Always great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you coming by. We got ourselves quite a hockey game going here between the Red Wings and Caps. Capitals trying to hold on. Red Wings looking for the offense here. They're on the power play. Puck deflects out of play. We get a whistle. And another offensive zone faceoff coming 5 seconds later.
Yeah, that OV goal is huge.
Absolutely massive. With 10 seconds left to really give them a little bit of a cushion.
Anything under a minute is just backbreaking, honestly.
Oh, Perron! So close. Did that ring the crossbar? Or did Lindgren get that with the blocker? Either way, it stays out. David Perron with a rocket of a shot cannot find its way home. Detroit here, so many chances. Just not able to find a way to get it into the back of the net. They either hit the post or Lindgren makes a spectacular save.
Yeah, just really good shot blocking at the end of this power play for the Caps.
Perron, Larkin doesn't get through. Gostisbehere, Kane over to Larkin. Shot gets blocked off a skate wide again. It's out. Final 5 seconds of the power play. Detroit running out of time. Not going to do anything with it as the time ticks to 0. We're back to 5-on-5. Even strength hockey again. Still 2-0 Capitals. Both teams 0 for... Yeah, both teams are 0 for on the power play.
Yeah, just one apiece.
Yeah,
I hope that's the end of the power plays for the game, to be honest with you. Just because it's been such a good game and it's been a fast game. I mean, we're 11 minutes fast game, man.
Not a lot of whistles. I mean, no, it's 9:07 here Eastern time. With this game might finish, depending on how the rest of this period goes, in under 2.5 hours, which is very rare.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's the kind of game you like, just back and forth hockey. I mean, it's been a little bit more back for the Capitals than forth, but they're winning the game, so.
Another shot there, high off glass, played by Compher. Out high again, long shot. Lindgren with another good save as he gets the shoulder on it. Capitals trying to work it out. Oshie's not able to clear, get some help. Detroit still has it, looking for a backdoor play for Petrie, pinching. Doesn't connect. Bruce, what is going on? Welcome in. Wow, puck from behind bounces out in front, but nobody can find it, and the Caps clear. Things getting a little wild here. Lots of action around the net. Big hit there by Carlson as he knocks down Sprong. Here's Oshie into the offensive end for Washington. Bruce, thank you so much for watching. It's great to see you. Yeah, Kane's still been a huge producer for Detroit. Obviously, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he's going to score 20, 25 goals for them this year.
Yeah, he's
not have played.
He's still a monster piece of the puzzle for whatever team he's on. And certainly here in Detroit, he's a big, big reason, why they're even in this playoff race.
Yeah, I think he's going to play, maybe 55 games and probably end up scoring, 50 points or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Lightning just went up with a goal, Anthony Cirelli. So good to have him back in their lineup. That's his 20th goal of the year.
Big time.
The Lightning. The Lightning. You do not want to play that team.
I do not want to play the Lightning, no.
Yeah.
Guess who they're going to play? The Lightning.
Yeah, probably. But you know what, man? Iron sharpens iron, too, man. I feel like you come out of those meat grinders sometimes. Like Ovi said, when they beat the Penguins, he's like, we knew we were winning the cup. They still had to get by Tampa Bay, and they knew they were winning the cup.
Yeah.
So I love that confidence.
Offsides there. Lindgren has had one heck of a night tonight.
Yep, 36 saves. Bruce has a question for you in the chat. He says, John, sorry for another question, but I feel Lindgren is very impressive. Do you think he is a top-tier NHL goalie?
Top tier? No. I think that top tier is reserved for the elite guys that carry teams.
Hellebuck could really be.
Hellebuck could almost be his own tier. But Shesterkin hasn't had as good of a season this year, but he had a rough start. He's been much better in the second half. But Shesterkin's one of those elite guys. Vasilevsky, obviously, his pedigree is unmatched by anyone in the league right now.
Austin Matthews, 66 goal, by the way.
Oh, wow. Matthews, 66. Congratulations to him. He's
4-2.
He's got a shot still at 70. Yep. He's got a shot.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it. Most goals already, most goals in the salary cap era. Ovechkin had that record at 65.
65, yep.
Yep. So he's now at 66. And a lot of people come at me with Matthews is going to break his record. I am American.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to be sad if Austin Matthews makes the all-time goal scoring record? And by the way, everybody knows Ovechkin would have 900 goals if there wasn't lockouts, strikes, and pandemics.
Absolutely.
So he would have passed Gretzky a while ago.
So Lindgren, Bruce, to kind of sum it up, Lindgren I think is very solid. He's a very good goaltender. He's playing like an elite goaltender tonight, but he hasn't put a whole season together of playing at this level. I think he's a very solid, good goaltender, but I don't think he's top tier. I think your top tier guys are your Ottinger, Hellebuck, Shesterkin, Vasilevsky, like these elite guys that are, clear-cut Vezina favorites year in and year out. But Lindgren's played at that level for tonight's game, no doubt. He's been unbelievable.
Yeah, the thing I'd say about Ottinger is he was not great through a good part of the season this year. I think there were times you could maybe say he was the reason that Dallas lost some games. And the thing with Thatcher Demko, I think he's one of those guys, but he has to stay healthy.
Yeah, he's always had injury issues.
And then another guy we don't talk about a lot because he's on a very bad team right now is Jacob Markstrom.
Who is a phenomenal goaltender who just happens to play on a team that is not very good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know who's in net for Dallas tonight, but I think they're still losing that game to the Sabres. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, this has definitely been a down year for Ottinger, but he's got... I watched him in college at BU, and he's got the potential to potentially maybe be the best goalie in the league. He's just got to put it all together, which actually, usually he does. This just kind of seems like a one-off year where he hasn't been as good.
And you know what's nice for this World Cup of Hockey or whatever we have coming up? The three goalies we just named are all American.
Yeah,
Hellebuck, Ottinger, and Demko.
Yeah,
so that's awesome. I can't wait.
Two of them played in actually all three of them played in Hockey East, because Connor Hellebuck went to UMass Lowell, Jake Ottinger went to Boston University, and Thatcher Demko went to Boston College. So they all played in Hockey East. Yeah,
I don't think right now there's a better college division than Hockey East. Yes, Sue D. Swayman, also Anchorage, Alaska kid. How could I forget Jeremy Swayman?
Also University of Maine in Hockey East.
Yep, and he's been incredible tonight for the Bruins, even though they're losing. So he's made some 10-bell saves in this game tonight, which is he's been incredible this year.
Yeah. Who do I think will flop in the playoffs, Vincent? I hate to say it because I do like the team, but I would have the Vancouver Canucks on upset watch.
If they play LA, I think I
think that Vancouver's on upset watch for me, just because they lack they lack experience a little bit, and I just think that there are some issues with that team that I think could be exploited in a playoff series.
Yeah. Amon St. Calvin Sanders, you might be right about Yager having. I think he would have 800 goals, maybe.
Yager left for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, he had some gambling debts.
Yeah, big time.
So, yeah, he got paid a lot of money to go to the KHL.
Yeah, he had some.
That's why he went. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's technically still playing, but. No, I totally get it, but if candy and nuts, ifs and buts. I'm just saying, Ovechkin scored 50-something goals in his rookie year.
Yeah.
And he missed his real rookie year because of a lockout.
Yep.
So there's another 45, 50 goals. and then he's missed another 75 games because of pandemics and strike shortened seasons. And he's barely missed any time as a player. That's the other thing. Like, look, I love Austin Matthews. I hope he gets close, but you got to stay healthy. And the fact that Ovechkin has done it for as long as he's done it, it's
Caps
pretty
almost
impressive.
had too many men again.
Oh God, please no.
Played back now by Carlson. 7 minutes to go in the third. Strome with it. Still a 2-0 game. Detroit here. I mean, we're under 7 minutes now to go. Detroit here has got to really start pushing. Like, it's got to be all-out offense now for the Red Wings.
Yeah, I think 3.5 minutes, Lalonde pulls a goalie.
Yeah, and I think it's officially crunch time now for the Red Wings. Like, they got to start pushing here.
Ovechkin is one of like 0 players that has over 3,000 hits. Him and Cal Clutterbuck. They've had similar careers, him and Cal Clutterbuck. I think Cal Clutterbuck is the all-time hits leader. Ovechkin is not far behind him.
Oh, Kane on the doorstep, and Lindgren makes a spectacular save on Showtime. Oh, boy, it is certainly Charlie Lindgren's night tonight. Just another phenomenal save for him, and this is another. This has been the game. Like, this last play is the epitome of what this game has been. Great chance for the Red Wings in the offensive zone, and Charlie Lindgren makes an awesome save and says, "Nope, not happening." Washington still leads.
By the way, Dallas tied that game up. Wyatt Johnson.
He's phenomenal. He is awesome there in Dallas. He had a great rookie year. He's following it up with another great year.
Why did the Red Wings fan throw the squid out on the ice?
I have no idea.
Ooh, that should have resulted in a penalty.
Delay a game.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, you get away with it after a goal, but that doesn't make any sense.
Randomly doing it now, yeah.
Why are you doing that?
They think it's going to be good luck.
I mean, you do it after they score.
Yeah, or you do it before the game like they do in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, that's fine too. Yeah. Oh, that makes no sense. By the way, the people that smuggle those in, good love you. God love you.
6:10 to go. Robbie Fabry was not able to do anything there. Him and Alexiev had a little shove after, but it dies down quick. Nobody's taking a penalty now with 6 minutes left in the third of a close game. One back to the point. Red Wings have it. Offensive zone. High shot blocked away by Charlie Lindgren as the Capitals clear it out to neutral ice. Brought up now, right back in. Here's Kopp. That's the first time I've said Andrew Kopp's name in this game.
Yeah.
He's done absolutely nothing tonight.
He got hurt. I think it was like a follow-through on a shot.
Oh, yeah, he just caught a stick up high. Andrew Kopp just caught a stick up in the face. And he is down. We'll see. I don't see any blood.
Yeah.
We'll see if...
Should have been a high... I don't think they're going to review... Are they reviewing it? Oh, he just got hit in the side of the helmet. Oh, my God, these guys are so dramatic now.
He's down like he got shot.
Oh, my God, dude, literally. And the guy didn't even see him. It's like they act these out so badly now. It's like have some class.
That got all helmet. Like, that didn't even actually hit him.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very sorry.
We've got Nathan Bastian level theatrics going on here.
Oh, dude, like, just like he was shot with a .308 from like 500 yards.
Yeah.
In the head. He's concussed. It's like
it was
all clearly
helmet.
An accident.
You have a helmet on.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't malicious. They didn't even see the guy. I mean, yeah, you got to be in control of your stick, but come on, man.
Why is he
it should be a penalty
on the ice like that?
It should be a high sticking penalty. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but there's no need for Kopp to flop around on the ice like he just got sniped from 100 yards away. Like,
yeah, just come on, man. I see too much of it in the game now.
Oh, there's a ton of it now.
Yeah, it's just awful.
You don't get beat up for doing it anymore. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you are 100% correct. He's been invisible. Haven't heard you say his name once today.
that was, I know for a fact that was the first time I said Andrew Kopp's name. He's done nothing in this game. We go to a final commercial break here. Capitals still holding strong. They've got
lots of time left. Lots of time left.
They've got the 2-0 lead. We got 5:41 to go in the third. Red Wings are putting a lot of pucks on net and getting a lot of chances. But
yeah, Aho has just made it 3-1 for the Caniacs there. I don't see how the goal went. Oh no. Oh, it just got it. Oh, that's odd. It went off. I think if Zatka doesn't go in to help Swayman out, it probably doesn't go in. That's a fluky goal.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, 3-1. Lots of time left, though. They can still get into it.
Yeah, Andrew Kopp is he's American, I believe. Yeah, he's from Michigan.
Yeah, he's from Michigan.
That's why that was the big deal when he signed with Detroit. So he's not a Euro player flopping around.
Yeah,
he's from Michigan. NBA flopping has been coming to the NHL gradually over more and more so over the last number of years. It's gotten pretty obvious. The head snapping back every time there's a stick anywhere near you. It's been pretty bad the last few years.
Oh, they're coached to do it nowadays.
Oh, 100%.
Without question. Yeah, they're coached to do it. There is no question in my mind. There are coaches going,
they want the power play. Yeah.
Throw your head back.
You just, I don't know, the old days, it was like the respect was that you didn't do shit like that. And if you did, and you were a player that got the reputation of doing that, you got beat up. Guys would go after you for it.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to the call here. There's stuff happening, so.
Taken by Edvinson, gains the red line, dumps it in. Under 5 minutes now to go in the third. Lindgren plays it up. Jensen gets it out of the zone. Capitals have it. Offensive end. Gossesbear stepped up, didn't do so well with it. And a good shot by Malenstein, but it's smothered by Lyon.
I was going to say real quick, I mean, and I see what Bruce Harper's saying, like the old time hockey. Yeah, I mean, it was so good to see the Rangers and Devils fight it out. And you know what bothered me about that is they kicked 8 guys out of the game, which was actual joke.
Yeah, all the fights happened at the same time. Like they shouldn't.
Yeah, that was horseshit.
That was garbage. Yeah. That they kicked guys out for that. It was all agreed upon at the same time. Should have been 5 minutes for everybody, and that was it.
Yeah, and then you had and that's dangerous for teams to be down 4 players each for the entire game.
Yeah. It was funny. It was really funny what Peter Laviolette said after the game when he was like, "Yeah, I talked to Foxy on the bench. He said, did both our D just get kicked out?" He goes, "Yep, 30 minutes, buddy."
Oh, TJ Oshie just got called for hooking.
Yeah,
it was not
I saw the ref's arm go up there. So
yeah, not a hooking call at all. Like awful call, but. You knew probably something was going to go the Red Wings' way after that missed high stick call, so can't complain too much.
Detroit to a late power play here, and this is pretty much a must-score power play at this point. As we welcome Vostok. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the channel, in the chat, excuse me, for our newest subscriber to the channel. Bruce, I'm 100% with you. Elvis is here. What's going on? Avi is here. What's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know how that was a penalty call with 4 minutes left in a close hockey game, but
and a very clean game for the most part. I get they missed the high stick,
that isn't doing playoff games. As Kane holds it along the wall here.
Hey, real quick, just interesting to hear your opinion. Why have they not pulled the goalie?
I don't know. I'm surprised that with the power play, they haven't pulled the goalie and make it a 6-on-4.
It looks like they're doing so now. I'm a little ahead of you there. So
taken now with 1:20 to go on the power play. Cleared out again by the Capitals all the way down, and Lyon leaves it for Goss to spare. Hey, congratulations, Elvis. That's awesome to hear. Absolutely awesome, my friend. And wishing you and your family all the best. Perron now with a shot that's blocked. Wilson with a big shot block there. Larkin back to Perron. Goss to spare. Kane, cross. Perron with a shot. That one trying to snipe it short side high. But it goes high off glass. He misses the net and it goes all the way around. Now the net is empty. So it is a 6-on-4. Power play continues for the Red Wings. 30 seconds left. Larkin now up into the offensive zone. Over to Perron. Played by Goss to spare. Top of the circle, Kane. Goss to spare. Down low, looking for Raymond. Been way too quiet tonight. Long shot. Blocked again! Great job diving on the penalty kill there by Malenstein. And now it's cleared all the way down. Looking for the empty net, but just sending it wide. Final seconds tick off the power play. Detroit does have the net empty, though. As we get a shot there that deflects up and out of play. 2:06 to go in the third. Still 2-0 Capitals as they're holding on.
Yeah, unbelievable block by Malenstein there.
Yeah, Wilson had one like a minute earlier, and then Malenstein.
Nick Dowd had a chance in it with the empty netter there.
Yeah, he just sent it wide. Still 2-0 Caps. Empty net for Detroit now. 2 minutes to go. Face-off coming up in the Capital zone. Detroit used their timeout here. They're all standing over by the bench.
They may have. I think the power play is over.
Yeah, power play
either that or the Capitals did because they're going to want their good penalty killers on the. It's not a penalty, but you're going to want your best defensive
Somebody's
player.
used their timeout here. Yeah. We got to stop and players getting a rest here by the bench.
Playoff chances with the regulation win, 38% for the Capitals, 37% ESPN. Just throw that up there. So
okay,
interesting. That's interesting that's where it's at. The Caps have a game in hand on Pittsburgh too, and they split that season series. So I don't see that won't come down to them. I think the Capitals play the Flyers last game of the year. That could be something. How about the Canadiens with 8 goals today?
Yeah, boy, oh boy.
Oh God, the Flyers, man. Poor bastards. And the Rangers are coming. So if the Rangers could get this game to overtime and or win it before this one, Brossett's on the power play. So they might have a good chance to get back in this game. Lots of time left in that one.
Yeah, we've had the fastest game, I think, of the night as far as how quickly this one's moved along. Yeah, Ottawa, Florida also late
Seth
in the
Jarvis
third.
Shorthanded. So that's the end of the Bruins tonight.
All right, that game's over. Good thing I didn't watch that. I'm much rather glad to be here watching this one. Is Capitals trying to work it out of the zone. Red Wings now, it is full desperation mode for Detroit. 2 minutes left. They're down by 2 goals. They've got to try and find some offense. Moved in. That one gets kicked away. Kane gets to the loose puck. Ends up in the corner. Played by Dowd on the backhand to the blue line, but not out. Gets some help. Still not out as the Red Wings hold it in. There's a shot looking for Fabry right in the blue paint, but he couldn't redirect it on goal. Another close call, but no dice for the Red Wings. And it really is not Detroit's night tonight when it comes to offense. They have had so many opportunities, so many shots on goal, and just not able to get one in the net. Chance there again. It just goes wide. Fabry. Oh my God. He couldn't buy a goal. Do not go to the casino with Robbie Fabry because he has No luck. Oh my God.
That
Again.
Ottawa Florida game has been fast too. They're almost done. They're right in like 38 seconds left in that one. Same score too. So interesting.
And we get a whistle here with 46 seconds to go. Third period, still 2-0. Washington would really have to blow it at this point, man. What a win for the Caps if they can hang on here.
Yeah, agreed.
And then what happens with this Islanders-Rangers game becomes super important.
Yeah, I think the remaining games for all those 5 teams are significant.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't stream next Wednesday. I have school Wednesday nights. I'm on St. Calvin, so my stream next week is probably going to be Monday. I can almost guarantee is going to be Monday or Tuesday night.
Night school? You doing night school, huh?
Yeah, I have electrical school one night a week. Just
okay.
Because I'm an apprentice. I'm an apprentice. I have to go to school to get licensed.
Yeah, you got to get you're trying to get your journeyman's certification.
My D license, which is like a step down from being an actual electrician.
Oh, okay.
It's all I do all low voltage stuff like alarm systems.
Okay. Are you ever going to move over to the?
No, I don't think no plan to right now. I'm just going to do alarms.
Okay. Yeah, my grandfather and brother are both electricians. My grandfather,
nice.
obviously. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
15 seconds left. Detroit in the offensive zone. I mean, obviously, game's done at this point. We'll see if they can. I'm not going to even say it until the clock strikes 0. I never do. I won't do that to Charlie Lindgren, as it's right in the crease again. Everybody digging away for it. Popped out. Did that go in before the horn?
Yeah, they're saying it's a goal on the game, but I do not see. It's definitely happened before it's definitely in before the game is over. So there's like 1.2 seconds left. Sort of crappy for Charlie Lindgren that he didn't finish the shutout because he played such a spectacular game. So, I mean, there's no possible way that Detroit is winning this game. So
it did go in with about 0.9.
Yeah, they're giving 1.1 back to the Red Wings, even though it should be 0.8.
So we do have a goal. The puck did bounce in. That really sucks for Lindgren, and I didn't even say the S word, so don't.
Bruce Harper, Lindgren is from Michigan. He has a brother that plays, Minnesota. His brother plays for the Rangers.
Yeah, he's a Rangers defenseman paired with Adam Fox.
Yeah, pretty good defenseman, actually. Really gritty and tough. Yeah, so that's going to be the game. That was Patrick Kane's 20th goal of the season, by the way.
Patrick Kane scored with 1.1 seconds left. Detroit is on the board, so unfortunately there goes the shutout. But
yeah, huge regulation win for the Washington Capitals.
Obviously, Detroit's not going to score again with 1 second left and a faceoff coming at center ice. So this is the epitome of too little, too late for the Red Wings. And Washington is going to skate out of here with a huge 2-1 win over the Detroit Red Wings to now move from 83 to 85 points in the standings. So, I mean, that puts them now in the second wildcard spot.
Yeah, they leapfrog Pittsburgh, yeah.
They leapfrog Pittsburgh and Detroit, and then Islanders, it's wait and see. Because the Islanders
are on the power play with 5:50 left to go, and it's still 3-2.
Islanders are also playing right now, so it remains to be seen if Washington can end up in front of them. Because I believe Washington's got more regulation wins.
Yeah, that would put them in the third spot.
That would move Washington into 3 if the Islanders don't get a point out of tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very hard for them not to get a point here.
Yeah. So, in all likelihood, the Islanders stay at 3, but this does move Washington into the wild card 2 spot with this win, and they are back in a playoff position now. So, all right. I mean, that was a super close game. It came right down to the end. It was pretty much what we thought it was going to be as far as a playoff style, very tight checking. Just do whatever you can to try and win a hockey game. And the Washington Capitals, despite being outshot, were able to come away with a huge win and get themselves back into a playoff position.
Yeah, I mean, that OV goal, like I said, was massive.
Massive.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I really appreciate you having me on again, John. I think this is second or third time we've gone this year.
Second time this year, yeah.
Yeah, it's been great, man. I appreciate it. I hope I didn't step on you too much.
No, not at all. Loved having you, man.
And just shout out to everybody in the chat. I know John put the link in his thing. I'll be live here in like 30 minutes on my own channel, so we'll be talking about all these early games. So this one will definitely be a conversation for the masses. Lots of interesting games. Flyers are back in it. They scored a second goal, so it's only 8-2.
Now it's 8-2.
Leafs didn't upfit. That's really cool that Matthews has got the 66. There's going to be so many great storylines, and yeah, dude, I'll reach out to you. I'll try. I think I want to have like a playoff roundtable, so I'd love to have you on. I'm trying to get HTH, and then I think I'd try to get my man Johnny Lazarus on, and maybe do that a Friday night or something. We'll see it. Obviously, it'd be beneficial if there are no games being played or very little games. Friday tends to be. Maybe we do a special roundtable edition. I'll talk to Perlo and Rico, see if we can get them on there, and it'd be fun to have you, man. Again, your hockey acumen is always appreciated, and I appreciate you having me on your show.
Yeah, thank you, of course. Guys, this is Jeremiah, the Sports Beard, huge supporter of the channel, huge supporter of hockey YouTube in general, me, HTH, Isles Girl, Perlo, everybody. And his channel as well, like he said, is linked in the description. Please go check it out. He does a great show, NHL Nightly, talking of just all things NHL across the league. He's got a great panel of co-hosts and guests that he has on, and it's just a lot of fun. So please show him some support as well. Really appreciate all of you guys here watching me, supporting my channel here at Off the Wall Hockey, and loved having you. It was a great game. It was a great stream. Really appreciate all the messages in the chat and just everybody having a good time and enjoying some hockey as we get down right to the end of the regular season here, and we'll be having playoff games coming in less than 2 weeks. We're less than 2 weeks away from playoff hockey, so really exciting time of year. I cannot wait either.
And I am really excited to be at the Frozen Four this year, so we might have a live show where I'm there. So
that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, Jeremiah's going to college hockey, is down to the final 4 teams. They got the semifinals and then the finals, and we'll crown a national champion in college hockey as well. So it's a great time of year for very important hockey games being played. So really appreciate you guys tuning in and being a part of it. So with that, guys, that's going to do it for the end of this one tonight. Like I've been saying, I don't know exactly when my next stream is going to be or which game I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of let things play out the rest of this week and see what's important. But early next week, I think either Monday or Tuesday, one of those 2 days, I'm going to be streaming again. That will, I can pretty much guarantee at this point, will be my final stream of the regular season. And then we'll have playoff streams coming up once we get into postseason action, which from what I've read, the first day of playoff hockey is going to be Saturday, April 20th. And they're going to go from there with the playoffs. So we will have playoff streams coming up when we get into the postseason as well. I certainly won't stream all regular season and just not do playoffs. So I'll have some more streams coming your way. But thank you guys all so much. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Really appreciate all of your support. And I'll let you guys know via the community tab when I finally figure out what's going to be going on for the next stream. Good night, everybody. That's going to do it for me. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. And keep enjoying some hockey and keep supporting Hockey YouTube. Thank you guys so much. See you all next time.